puściłem.
Technology discovered. Rad.
Bombę wypadną. Dobra, jedna się.
Anomaly detected.
Kurwa, nie za tacy zeta.
Log updated.
Twój biegnie na B. Just lie. Platna wszystko na środku sajtu. Po lewie go ktoś słyszał, go to pytałem. No, patrzy górę.
Construction complete.
Halo.
Halo.
Another bleeding edge technology
Dzień dobry.
discovered.
Co tam?
I
Dobrze.
found something. Construction complete. Hostile fleet's getting what's coming to them.
Na konektor nie patrzyłem. Nasza. Na białej skakał na słopie. Do you have smokes, guys? Idźmy tu prawo. Move away, please. Somewhere, please. Somewhere. Idźmy ktoś. Chodź.
Construction complete. I found something. Boom. We built something. Resource scan complete.
Up.
Another bleeding edge technology discovered.
Kurwa, kuca jebana.
I found something. Log updated.
Ja pierdolę. Ja idę na pewno słonę.
Resource scan complete. Wow, we really hit this tech out of the ballpark. Construction complete. Anomaly detected. Construction complete.
Czysta.
Dzień dobry.
Dzień dobry.
Dzień dobry.
Jak się z tym czujesz? że tu jesteś.
O malu.
Nie wchodzę, nie potrzebuję.
Found something.
Sulsem?
Mogę.
Można.
Znowu idziemy niukować NPC?
Coś w tym jest. To jest jedyna radość z całego tego piromanckiego buildu.
Anomaly detected.
Ale wiecie co? Zanim zaczniemy, idę porozmawiać z Jezusem. Nie tak jak Tomek.
Dobry w tą gierkę.
Na szczęście.
Boom. We built something.
Chociaż mogę odwiedzić jeszcze z 2 apostołów w międzyczasie. Zaraz wracam.
Uuu. No, go away. Pomóżcie nam od mida. To co oni siedzieć?
Planetary exploitation forecast complete. Evading hostiles.
Gierka, jak ja tu takie plagi cisnę do skania, chory kurde. Tak go wracam, tak jak pisałem wcześniej.
Boom. We built something. Technology discovered. Rad.
Wciąż zły.
Technology discovered. Rad.
Smokuję białą. Flashuję, sorry. Daję kolejnego motoru. Czyste B?
Prospect analyzed.
Dobra. U góry jest, ja plantuję za boksem. Jestem w dupie. Spuszował mi side. Plan za boksem. Za boksem.
Anomaly found. Hey, can we monetize this?
Za boksem.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
No widzisz. Tak samo ja miałem na tym... Też myślałem, że mnie pozabijają jak to...
Construction complete.
No ja już na pewno.
Nie.
Czemu cofujemy?
To nie.
Na wolny świat.
Nie.
Prospect analyzed.
Co?
Boom! I found something. Anomaly detected.
Co to jest to?
We built something. Resource scan complete. Construction complete. Boom! I found something. Research complete.
Jakieś gejki.
Resource scan complete.
Patrzcie to. Ale zajebiste. No pochodzimy. Jak graliśmy? A nie możecie czekać? A, no to git.
Prospect analyzed.
No,
Resource scan complete. I found something. Technology discovered. Rad. Imagine the profit margins on this tech. Resource scan complete.
Nie.
Tak.
Nie. Dopiero wstałeś. Nie.
Anomaly found. Hey, can we monetize
to-
this? Planetary exploitation forecast
Nie wiem, ty
complete.
mi powiedz.
Another
Ja
bleeding
tym nie dostałem. Jakieś 2 albo 3 godziny temu
We
wstałem.
built something.
No właśnie.
Halo.
Halo. Kasper,
Ship status.
opłaca,
Edge.
opłaca mi się węzłami handlowymi spamować na jednym tym? Czy nie?
Research complete.
No.
I found
Co to
something.
jest?
No jak masz stację, tak, to masz te moduły.
Tak,
Typu
chcesz zrobić
stocznia,
jeden
to co
węzeł
blisko.
handlowy, który ogarnia jak najwięcej terenu. Każdy węzeł handlowy zwiększa ci zasięg zbierania handlu o
O
jeden.
jeden.
O jeden układ,
Chcesz
tak?
mieć tak.
Prospect.
Robisz
Jeden
jeden
zasięg
węzeł
zwiększa.
tak. Robisz jeden węzeł handlowy pełen węzłów handlowych, tak?
Mhm.
A potem jak odblokowujesz mega inżynierię i możliwość budowania bram, to po prostu zwiększasz zasięg poprzez bramy. Bo jeżeli
Spoko.
masz bramę w węźle handlowym, to brama na drugim końcu galaktyki od niej też się będzie liczyło 6. Tylko musisz mieć wtedy bramę również przy węźle, tak?
Can we monetize this?
Legit?
No rozumiem.
Bosko.
Anomaly found.
Jak coś już jestem na siucach.
Też.
Już wchodzę na sulcy. Zapisz gram. Zapisz gram. Zapisz. Z jakiegoś powodu zrobię 2 save'y. Bo zawsze pierwszy jest skryptowany. Boże, pad!
The other day, someone promised me one of the best
Postawiłem
graphics cards
znak.
you can get for an insane price. It was a 1080 Ti for $450, which, if you don't know, still gets listed for around $750 online. Long story short, I reached out to this guy through Craigslist. He said he was going to sell me the card, and then when he finally shows up, he ends up trying to sell me a completely different card. Now, this is one of the few times I slipped up and you guys already know.
Tomek,
I love
na zdrowie.
to show a good scam, but
Dziękuję.
that's not what this story is about. So immediately after
Zdrówko.
telling me how to get
Dobra,
lost,
muszę
I started
podpiąć
looking
telefon,
through
bo
all of
mi
these
zaraz
online
zdechnie.
marketplaces because I already
do
had
tego nie może
$450
dojść.
in cash, and I was looking to try and find something that I could flip. And that is when I came across this. This is an ad that was on the Facebook marketplace.
Znaczy się,
for a
żałuję, że nie
computer,
gramy w
monitor,
Stellarisa, bo
keyboard,
się w spokoju
and a
pouczyć.
mouse. The asking price was $450, which I thought was amazing.
My nie mieliśmy
I could
save'a
tell
czasem?
that some of the items there were worth
3
a
osoby?
lot of
Nope.
money. On top of that, the
Na pewno?
description said
Nie w tej grupie.
"One owner belonged to my adult son."
Nie chcecie.
Immediately in my mind, I was like, okay,
Nie,
Dad got really
wolę
pissed
pograć
off
w sul-
because
wolę
Mom
powkurwiać
asked
się
me
na
to still
sulsy.
living with him, to the point where he is now selling all of his son's stuff. It looks like
Wait,
Dad
what?
doesn't know what this stuff's
Tomek,
worth, so
zmieniłeś
let's go ahead
broń.
and pay him his full asking price. I know that might sound greedy on my end, but keep listening. I reached out to the guy asking if I could buy it, and he responded by
Postawiłem
telling me
znak.
over 20 people had reached out to him.
Pamiętam, co myśmy tu ostatnio robili, ale u mnie chyba już demona żeśmy ukurwili.
Do mnie przyszedł haker.
Do ciebie przyszedł haker.
Jej, widzisz moje znaki jeszcze. Jej, czyli to nie był sekowany przedmiot.
Zacznijmy od tego, że jeśli dostałeś softbana, to pozwoli nam się łączyć, bo chcemy się za sobą łączyć, tylko że wrzuca nas wtedy w pulę softbanów.
Jej.
And it blew up, yeah.
Więc to, że mogę się z tobą połączyć, nie oznacza, że nie dostałeś softbana.
Nie znaczy, że hakerzy na nas nie będą tylko znowu.
Jezus, tu jest tyle dobroci do zebrania.
Tomek, walczymy z nim, normalnie.
Au.
Wiesz co, ja może jednak pójdę tam do tyłu.
Wiesz co, to może z nim nie
Znaczy na
tylko
razie i
walczy.
tak jest skupiony na mnie działek.
No to dlatego tym bardziej ty powinieneś też tutaj do tyłu przyjść.
Tak, ale jest jeszcze jedna rzecz, którą chcę zdobyć. A żeby ją zdobyć, muszę zepsuć kawałek ścianki.
Co ty chcesz tam zdobyć?
To był chyba jakiś pierścień. Tak, tu był pierścień. Dobra, już biegnę, panowie. O, on już tu jest.
Okay. Oh, drivers and
And I think
whatnot, I
this was
see.
like, yeah, there's some original stuff that was,
Ow.
I think he was really good at computers and stuff. I think he kind of added to,
Au.
Oh wow, it's even got an indicator of temperatures. That's very cool.
yeah. I think he did some stuff
Well,
not everything else. I mean, I don't
No, he's I can tell because one of the first indicators is he was smart enough to know that you don't actually have to pay for Windows.
To weź znak?
So,
który z was
so
jest
that's one
człowiekiem?
thing that I can tell he was he knew his way around computers.
Stawiam znak.
And the only thing game-wise I put in here, because it means nothing to me, is this, but I don't see a
Oh,
disk
Mass
in
Effect?
there, so
Okay.
you can throw it away, you know.
Co dawał w ogóle ten pierścień?
3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. Okay. This should be 450, but obviously you
Fajny
can't
nawet
do, I
ten
don't wanna
pierścień jest.
shortchange you.
Appreciate it. My wife gets it.
Really?
Zwiększa absorpcję obrażeń od wszystkich żywiołowych. Chyba.
This is literally the heaviest computer
Mroku i magii też.
I've ever had in my entire life. Yeah, you can just lay the box right here on top. That would be fine.
Okay.
And I'm gonna set this
Get out
actually
of
in the
way,
front
I
seat.
appreciate it again. Thank
Hey,
you.
thank you very much. I appreciate it. Have a good rest of the day.
Bye-bye.
All right, so we have the system. We got the monitor, the computer. all its
Wystąpił
accessories back
błąd,
there,
wracasz
and,
do swojego.
You know what? That was kind of
So?
sad. I mean, I did not expect to be buying someone's computer.
Postawiłem znowu znak.
I thought I was getting it from a dad who was like trying to punish his son, but you know, it turns out he's just getting rid of his stuff. So I think what we'll do to be as respectful as possible.
Dlaczego
I
tą
offered to
bronią,
look
Tomek?
through,
A czemu nie?
you know, the
Jaki
hard
to jest
drives and
specjalny
send
atak ma?
anything over to the father. So you know, we'll try and do that, and if we find anything of importance, we'll send it over to the dad.
To było to!
Now that we got the system, let's head on back home. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set up this computer, and
Fajnie.
I'm going to do a very extensive search through all of the drives because I wasn't able to do as good of a job at the house because I didn't really have that much time. See if I can find anything, and if I can't, then I will go ahead and install Windows 10 and load our usual benchmarks, but we will add something a little bit different this time around. One of the items in this box is Mass Effect 3. I'm assuming that this was this guy's favorite game. I'm hoping it was, because that's what we're going to be using for one of the benchmarks this time around. I've never played Mass Effect,
Hello.
but you know, I think that if someone got a hold of my computer, I would
Duty
hope
timeout.
they
Internet,
took the time to
Kasper,
play, you
internet.
know, some games of League of Legends, because
Mam kurwa stabilniejsze połączenie niż wczoraj. Co jest kurwa? Zaraz wracam.
it would mean a lot to me.
Jak
So I
widać.
spent the last 4
Właśnie nie można mieć
hours
stabilniejszego.
looking through all 6 drives in this computer, and I found some stuff that the parents might want, so I reached out to them through Facebook, and if they want it, I'll send it over, and if they don't, then I'm just going to delete it out of respect. Aside from that, I finally had a chance to check what components are inside this system, and I'll tell you right off the bat, I am definitely impressed. Keep in mind this computer was built around 5 years ago, and even today, this tower is still very relevant for any task like video editing, rendering, gaming, you name it. So I was actually able to check the components inside the system with a nice little program called CPU-Z. For any of you that are building a computer or purchase one secondhand and you really want to see all the parts inside your computer other than the case, the power supply, as well as the drive,
Hello?
you can
Hello?
download this for free and it will tell you every single part that you want to know. Starting with the processor, this computer
Dziwne,
has
przeważnie
an i7-4770,
po tym jak idę rozłączyć
which is a
internet,
processor that was
piździec mnie
released
wyrzuca.
late in
O
2013
właśnie.
and has
No
4
i właśnie o
cores,
to
8
mi
threads,
chodziło.
and is overclockable. For my very first series
I tak się
computer,
musisz
I actually
Bandai
had the
Namco nauczyć, co to znaczy wyjść z gry, a
which
wejść
is
do
the
menu.
non-overclockable
Boże, jak moje
processor, and even
jak
that
ciężkie
was
atak
powerful
wyprowadzą,
enough
to moja
make
postać
some
kurwa łamie
serious
sobie rękę.
editing, as well as some gaming. So the fact that
Wykręcę
this is
sobie rękę, no zobacz,
overclockable
kurwa.
means it's going to be even more powerful than that one. As for the motherboard, this thing is running off
Aj
of a
tam.
Maximus 6
Wykręcę
Extreme.
sobie
Now,
rękę.
for those of you
Mateusz,
computer builders
niektórzy
out
ludzie
there, you
potrafią
know what a Maximus
obrócić
motherboard is.
głowę o
For those of you that
180
aren't,
stopni.
A Maximus motherboard is a
Nadal.
very high-end, enthusiast-level PC motherboard. If you ever buy a Maximus motherboard made by Asus for your computer, you know that you are going to be spending up to $200, $300, $400 for this high-end motherboard, and the reason they cost so much is because 1, they look really cool, and number 2, they come with a lot of extra features that a lot of
Boże,
normal
Tomek.
motherboards don't have. As for the memory, this computer is running off of
Boli,
8
uszy,
gigabytes
bolą.
of DDR3 RAM.
Nie baw
which
się
is
w swoją
actually
nację ze
clocked at
Stellaris'ej, nie
21
zaciągaj
megahertz.
wszystkiego nosem.
DDR3 memory, that is some of the fastest RAM you can get. Unfortunately, it is only 8 gigabytes, so I wonder how that will affect our gaming performance on modern day titles. And then the graphics card is an EVGA GTX 770, which is definitely a bit of an older card, and out of everything
Nigdy
in
nie
the
umiałem
system,
wyminąć
that would
tego
be the
robala
thing
tak,
that
żeby
holds
nie
back the
wygarnąć
most,
na
at
mordę.
least in terms of its gaming performance. It's not a weak card by any means, and it'll definitely be able to play any game at least at low settings at 1080p, but the fact that it has 2 gigabytes of GDDR5 memory might limit it when it comes to some very demanding games. And lastly, the most unique and interesting part of this computer, like I touched on before, are the 6 drives. Now the boot drive is a 120 gigabyte SSD, which definitely costs a lot more money back then than it does today in 2018, where you can find them for like $20 to $30. The other 5 drives are hard disk drives, which vary in sizes. Without mentioning any of the personal information,
Tak już w ogóle
a lot
strzela?
of the stuff I saw on there was
No właśnie
music,
tak
movies,
próbuję
and
się
games,
rozejrzeć.
and
To jest nie, kurwa.
it's interesting. After I got to look through
Tak
all
już
the
jest.
stuff that he had,
Tak już nie strzela w ogóle,
how
panowie.
much of his interests
Przed
overlapped
chwilą
with
strzeliła
a lot of
przecież.
stuff that I was into growing up and am
Ja nic
still
nie
into
widzę.
now. I feel like I kind of got to meet him in a way, and it definitely made me, come back kind of towards that feeling that I was having earlier in this video, because
Panowie, mamy problem.
this seems like a guy that I definitely would have gotten at the very least.
Się zbugowało cholerstwo.
And it's just, it's a shame that I couldn't buy this computer from him. I mean, there's not too much you can tell just from personal interest, but from what I
No
can
dalej,
see,
zioni tym piorunem.
and, since we have the same interests, I have to say that. I mean, this guy had all of the
Gdzie to ma HP?
games that I grew up watching my older
Nie
friends
wiem.
play,
Jest,
because
połowa HP już.
one, I was too scared to play them, and 2, my parents wouldn't buy them for me. So it was definitely a massive throwback going through all this stuff. Now, considering the actual price of this tower, a lot of this stuff isn't actually available anymore for a regular sale, so it's kind of hard to give it an estimate based off of internet searches. But
Well,
Kusza.
nie do końca tak to miało wyglądać, ale i tak
if I
nieźle
were to give it an
poszło.
honest,
No.
fair valuation used, the tower itself is worth around $400. So if we were to add that
Się,
up with the
kurwa, kusza
rest of the
zbugowała.
setup, right now, if I were to try and sell everything,
To
I
źle i
believe
dobrze
that I
w
would
sumie.
get around $700.
Źle, że
No,
musimy zapierdalać na
absolutnie
to.
This was a
obojętne.
pretty good purchase, but anyways, enough of
No,
all that.
jednego pierścienia
It's
nie
time
zdobędzie.
to check the benchmarks and see how
Jebać
this
ten
thing holds up
pierścień,
on
tego
our
nigdy nie
tests.
zdobywam, bo mi się nie chce.
Już go
Jest
zdobyłem.
on tak kurwa potrzebny, że... No.
Też mam już tą pierścień.
Jest on useless. A ja potrzebuję 10 poziomów jeszcze. O,
Wow.
Kacper, masz już mały toporek, a nie jebutny...
Kurwa, pomyliłem.
Zagłady, au. Teoretycznie tutaj zdobywamy ostatnie księgi teraz, piromancji.
Te.
Dwie.
Nie kartusjańskie, tylko Aizali 2 tomy. I ostatni kartusjański tom jest u Jorma. Nie Jorma, tylko...
Vape Lorda Volnira.
Wow, 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 wow.
Vaporlord? Czemu Vaporlord?
Pamiętasz jak on vape'uje? Tą mgłą?
Niby.
Został przezwany Vape Lord Volnira.
Okej. No chuj, niech i tak będzie.
Nie mam już resursów.
Ja też.
Szybko!
I są tu kurewsko odporni na ogień.
Się nie dziwię.
Lekki overkill.
O,
O, firegun z niego wypada. O yes. No dalej byłaś.
Ciężko będzie go pokonać. O, Kacper. Mrok.
mrok. Znaczy się, jestem jedyną osobą, która nie zmieniła broni od początku gry.
Tak.
Macham ci bronią, że tak powiemy. Tak, ja zmieniłem broń.
Mogę powiedzieć, że nie mogę machać bronią? Nie jestem w stanie. Mogę atakować jedynie.
Co, nie możesz?
Au! Machać bronią. Dlaczego ja oberwałem? Ej! Szczury...
Bo nie zrobiłeś uników, tak samo jak ja.
Mateusz Exe nam się poszedł jebać.
Właśnie widzę.
Cześć.
Wow.
So, as you guys can see from the
Fajny
setup,
jest ten atak.
Ty kurwa w ogóle masz siłę na machanie tym czymś?
so this time around I'd actually like
Dwuręcznie tak.
Okej.
I'm curious
Jednoręcznie nie.
on the overall story
Kacper,
To kurwa słowo wymaga 28 siły.
potrzebuję twoich potrzebuję tych, twoich tych, magii twojej.
Nie ma już chyba.
Na razie nie mam.
Ej, jest już. Zgadniamy już coś.
Prawdopodobnie ci się odnowił.
No wiem, ale...
Już mam jednego. To było prawie dobre, Tomek.
Kurwa!
To było prawie dobre, Mateusz.
Idzie nam. Wybitnie
Tylko
nam
mi się
idzie.
kurwa odpalił survival. Survival mode.
Nie dać się trafić.
Nie wchodzę w tą chmurę. Dziękuję.
Ten topór.
No fajnie ten topór.
W sumie też dostałem tą duszę i... Poczekaj, czy ja już jeszcze mam
Jedny
tą
damage
duszę?
od ognia niestety.
Ja już nie mam tej duszy, prawdopodobnie ją zomniomiłem.
Ale nadal ma damage od ognia.
Inaczej, skalowanie od ognia ma niesamowicie biedne. Tu będzie chyba bonfire?
Ja ci nie mogę powiedzieć.
Gówno ani nie możesz mi powiedzieć. Co to ma znaczyć, że nie możesz mi powiedzieć?
W końcu mi się udało. Haha!
Raczej nie.
O Boże.
Przesuń
O Boże.
się, Mateusz.
Ja tam nie idę. Jeden pokonany.
Bullshit! Bullshit! Zginę tu.
Uciekaj!
Gra mnie oszukała. To nie jest moja wina. Ała.
Jeden kurwa HP. Jeden.
O nie. Ała.
O Jezus. Tam będzie tego gówna dużo.
Gdzie wy poszliście?
W lewo.
Szturm! Aaaa!
Pomógłbym wam, ale mnie odcięli.
Oło!
Prawie wszyscy żyjemy.
Tu jest to.
Pyromancja Izalit. Jeszcze jedną.
Mam bardzo dużo HP.
Widać.
No. Co to za dźwięki, kurwa?
To kraby.
Chaosgam.
Boże, kraby. Ja nie chcę Chaos Gamma, ja chcę Blood Gamma.
A ja chcę Chaosgama.
A ja chcę Blood Gamma.
Chaosgem był pod ogień koniec końców.
Tak.
No.
Zwi to jak zwi znaczy się.
Ten prawidłowy ogień, ten skalujący się. Czekaj, gdzie my kurwa jesteśmy? Tu byliśmy.
Gdzie my idziemy?
Tak. Teraz idziemy najprawdopodobniej... Tędy.
A, jak
Tędy.
zwykle się
Za
gubię.
mną. Za mną. Tędy. Tędy.
Wracamy do głównej sali, znaczy się.
Dokładnie.
Gdzie Mateusz zginie.
Ej, jeszcze
Nie
nie,
do końca.
jeszcze nie wiadomo. O kurwa, zginę.
Na szczęście zapomniałem.
Czy ja coś kurwa mówiłem?
Idziemy dalej?
Nie, pójdziemy u kogoś innego.
Ja zobaczyłem, patrzę, ten ogień leci w ścianę, to idę. Nagle skręcił 180 stopni, takie... O kurwa.
No cóż, kawałek zrobiony.
Idź po te.
Tamto?
To już jesteś człowiekiem?
Nie, ale mogę być. Księgodek, kto ma.
Oje.
Właśnie idę, tylko nie wiem,
Nie,
czy tam będę mógł
nie
oddać.
uda mu się, bo Izelit było tylko dla kobiet i tamten gościu jest pajacem.
A, no tak.
Kurwa, nie grając nigdy piroman po
Feminizm.
sobie. To ja stawiam.
A ja jestem człowiekiem. Potrzebuję więcej staminy.
Nie, to mogę oddać.
Jakoś nie dało.
A to nie było tego właśnie ostatniego, tego co teraz nam brakuje? To drugie? Jak się nazywa? Nie, Wolnira? Nie.
Dwóch
wydaje.
na pewno się nie odda. Nie można oddać, bo one były mroczne.
To najprawdopodobniej Wolnir będzie jednym z mrocznych.
Wolnir i tamten
I
jeszcze.
ten drugi,
któryś.
który się tutaj zdobywa prawdopodobnie.
Ej, mam Great Horse Fireball.
Citeł.
Rainforce jest. Infuse nie mogę jeszcze. Tak, nie mogę.
A może ten typ się identyfikuje jako kobieta? A? A?
Właśnie w tym
Nie
problemie.
zaczynajmy tej dyskusji.
Gdyby się identyfikował jako kobieta, nie musielibyśmy popierdalać do Iretylu, żeby nauczyć się reszty zaklęć. A ja nadal się zastanawiam, gdzie do kurwy ciężki jest tutaj ostatni tom.
Zakwelano.
Seems legit.
Ale
Rzeczywiście
się
tam
przykwelanie.
mógł... Przykłelanie rzeczywiście mógł być tam i tam będzie moje ulubione już useless zaklęcie.
Czyli?
Dobra.
Firestorm.
Już z tego jest Chaos Storm.
Z tego jest Chaos Storm?
Tak.
Tomek, znak, gdzie jest twój znak? Ja chcę twój znak.
Postawiłem.
Pokaż mi swój znak. Nie widzę.
Demon Ruin? Nie, ty wcześniej jeszcze jesteś.
Brawo ty.
Abandon Tomb. Tomb.
Tak by zginęłem. Bo hakier.
Czy ty zginąłeś? Ja zginąłem wcześniej.
No żeby się pozbyć hakera, zginęłem no.
Postawiłem.
Nie ma któryś z was zbroi wrejfów?
Nie wiem. Nie. Ale mam czarnego rycerza, chcesz?
Nie, bo nie jestem w stanie go dźwignąć całego.
Jak ja jestem w stanie, to ty też jesteś w stanie.
Wątpię.
Chociaż nie,
Ile
bo tarczę masz.
Wirgoru,
Tarczę.
nie wirgu.
Mamy tyle samo.
Wytrzymałość. 10?
Co? 10? Jak 10? 12?
10?
12?
Nie,
Ja dałem
wróć,
wytrzy-
Wigoru 8. Wytrzymałości 10. No,
Co?
Wigor jest tutaj udźwigiem, a wytrzymałość jest staminą.
Czekaj, ty mówisz teraz w obcym języku, bo tu jest vigor i vitality, a u ciebie to jest wytrzymałość i życie. To jest
Mówcie
pomieszane.
życie i udźwig będzie kurwa prościej.
Idziemy!
No to...
Już nieraz mieliśmy tę rozmowę, panowie, przecież.
A u mnie to skurwysyństwo działa. Sprzeciw! Sprzeciw!
Celowało w Tomka, prawie mi urwało głowę.
Idę po duszy.
A, u ciebie już to nie żyje.
No,
Racja, zapomniałem o tym.
idę do was. Boże. Dwa pierwsze strzały poleciały gdzieś w kosmos. Gdzieś kurwa do demona. Ostatni we mnie. I tak... Bonfire.
Tadadam! Nudzi mi się. Zaczynam derpić w tej grze bardzo okrutnie.
Zauważyłem.
Piromanta jest dziwny. Ta kula ognia była nieprzyjemna.
Au.
Płoń!
Tu takie spierdalej. Ała, ej.
To też.
Titan Shard.
A, to jest Chaos Ball.
Nie.
A, ja tu się zaraz zatruję.
Na dobrą sprawę zwykły Great Fire Orb byłby lepszy.
No.
Mniej many, a ta lawa jest...
Średnio
Jak
Na
użyteczna.
to
PvP
jest
może być czasem.
świetna.
Na PvP może być fajne. To jest ten kurewski ogień... Lawę, która zostaje.
Tomek?
Co się z moim życiem stało?
Porwało!
Trochę tak. Już ciężko opancerzony to ja kurde nie jestem.
Ała! O! To kurwa bije. I Titan Shardy dropi.
Brzydki pies.
Kurwa, ile Titan Shardów wydropiłem. Run Forest Run! Albo... Ała! Dlaczego zawsze obrywam tym?
Bo nie umiesz tego unikać, proste.
Pijanie gwoździa.
Dobra, przestań się popisywać, czarny rycerzu. I oddaj swoją broń. Ała! O, Ember tylko.
Kolesław Bukowski.
Przez chwilę przeczytałem Cebulowski, no ale dobra. Może
może
być
być.
Kolesław Bukowski. Au.
Naprawdę, co... Titan Shardy wszystkie dropią. Każdy po kolei.
Aha.
Idzie. Słyszę go. Jest. Kolejny Titan Shard.
Obaw się.
Katana? Nie, Straight Sword. Gorzej.
Ma HP trochę. Aha, podpiorę.
Typowy straight sword.
Tak, sikaj go ogniem, sikaj. To było na wystraszenie go.
Tak.
Tu prowadź, patrz. O.
Spudłowałeś.
No to odpierdalasz. Przepraszam bardzo.
Trafił was?
To nie trafił.
Boże, ale on ma dyspersję.
O! Postawiłem znak, zaraz wracam.
Za krótko ta lawa się trzyma, kurwa, na tej ziemi.
O.
Żeby to było jakkolwiek przydatne. Oberwał.
No,
Nie rozumiem, kiedy ty go trafia, kiedy nie. No, próbował parować. Na taką wymianę możesz iść. Zadajesz mu więcej damage'a.
ja pierdolę, ale on ma jakieś głupie szczęście. Ty to widzisz, znaczy się.
Ja to nagrywam, znaczy się. O.
Ładnie. Ale miał głupie szczęście w unikaniu moich ataków. Naprawdę.
Okej, ale ostatnim atakiem nie powinien mnie trafić.
Chuj, zmienię znowu sobie czary. Niestety to nie jest coś, co mnie jara. Postawiłem już znak jakby co.
Straight sword, kurwa.
I tam.
Czemu to kurwa alarm jakiś jest włączony?
Teraz u Kacpra w sumie idziemy, nie?
A nie wiem.
No bo... No nie ma tego ostatniego bonfire'a, znaczy ostatniego trzeciego.
Postawiłem znak tak czy inaczej.
Też postawiłem znak. Najlepsze jest to, że leży tam moje... Gdzieś tam leży moje 50 000 dusz.
Ała.
My last price is this. I give you this, okay?
No.
How much you give me your best
You just
price?
went down. I'm
Can
sorry.
you give me your best price? Yes,
200.
I give you.
200.
I say best price. If you keep
That-
one
that-
price, nobody sell for you for Jordan. Not the baby, not the socks. You understand?
That is my
This
best.
is Jordan. It's a high
Micia?
top, not a sleeper.
Okay, I'm just saying
Can
that's
you give me
my
your
best.
best price if you want to buy? If you don't want to buy, I don't want to talk to you. If
I
you
don't want
really,
to buy. I don't want to buy.
if you don't want to buy, you ask me.
Mój też leży.
I just asked you for the price,
Mój też
You want
leży.
to buy?
and then you. No, I don't.
You don't want to buy.
Tak
why you
daleko, to tak nie
No,
dojdziemy,
I do.
panowie.
I did want to buy. No, I don't.
Sharon Ember.
Welcome back, guys. Right now we are in Beijing, China, and actually I'm gonna be living here now, so I'm excited for this city, man. It's huge. There's a ton of fake markets here. Actually, we're on our way to one right now called Silk Alley, and what I heard about this is like a really like modern-looking like 5-story like mall kind of deal. I'm gonna be traveling a lot from here for my new job in China and actually all of Asia for that fact. And also, speaking of which, the reason why this video is so late is because when I was in
GZW jeszcze
Cambodia, it
robię.
kind of fell through because we went to the markets there, man. I wasn't really about to buy anything. You guys would have had a field day in the comments about, already more so than you already do. You'd had a field day in the comments about how terrible quality this shit was. But anyways, let's just get right into this and let's see what happens.
Już jestem.
Czy u ciebie jest jeszcze robol?
Jest.
Jest. O, serio? Miałeś kurwa dwie inne osoby, które były przede mną.
To who? I don't want. Of what? I don't need a bag. What is this, Gucci? No bag. I have no girlfriend, so I don't need. For my girlfriend? She has a husband.
No husband, very younger, 18 years.
18 years old.
Yes,
Oh. How old are you then?
25.
25?
Yes,
Wow. Cool.
very young.
Yeah, you're very young. All right. How old do you think I am? 29. You're close. Yeah, you are. All right. See ya. Maybe, yeah. Let's see. But I've already had a North Face. I kind of want something different. Well, I had one.
Same style?
Yeah, same exact style. Yeah.
Tak już strzela? Czy nie?
Strzela, tylko ma downa.
Widzę.
What about like this? Yeah. How much
O,
is
w
the
końcu
price?
trafi... O! O!
Takusza mnie nie lubi.
No, I'm good. Way too much.
Naprawdę nie trafia?
That was
Trafiło, ej.
Trafia.
3,000 is way too much. I only have like 1,000, so I only want to pay like. No, I don't have a credit card. I don't have a credit card. No, I don't have cash. I have WeChat.
Oh, WeChat.
Yeah, I live here.
Oh, you live here?
Yeah,
How much is it?
like 300.
We talked about it a lot, so we can ask you.
Yeah, I know, but I don't need it that bad. It's about to be
Okay,
warm out.
how about this price?
It's too much.
What's your best price? Seriously.
Like here's 300.
No, that's really impossible. Really impossible. What's your max?
That's all I wanted to pay though.
Nobody is.
That's all I wanted to pay.
What's your max?
Do you have anything here for 300? I'm not trying to pay more than 300.
No, jeszcze jedno.
You remember this kind of why give me 300 guy?
I don't know. I was seeing what your price was.
But what's your best price? You can just 100. Those are one price.
What's your best price?
Mateusz poszedł wykończyć to.
1,000? I could do like 350.
Guy, those
Bohatersko dobrze przebiegł.
Dobra, pierdolę.
Nawet dwoma.
I'm sorry. I don't need it. I don't need it that.
Dobra, to już nie będę, fuck.
I can do tops 400.
800.
No, sorry. 400. I can only do 400.
O czym zapomniałeś?
Au. O tym, że tam leżą moje dusze.
I told you I only wanted to spend like 300 on a coat. How late are you? 8 o'clock?
Mimo
Can
wszystko
you hold on to it
wypadałoby
for
je
me?
odzyskać.
Yeah. Yeah, so.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be back because I want a shot more. So, thank you. All right, at that point, I wasn't even bargaining anymore. I really didn't want to
Odnoszę
pay
dziwne
more than
wrażenie,
300
że na tym
grand
save'ie
for
mamy
a coat
mocniejsze
because
susy.
it's starting to get warm out now. But she came down.
Nie no,
and I was like,
wiecie się w ogóle tam na tamtym sobie nie ma +1 jest susów, a tutaj mamy już, przynajmniej ja mam +3.
This was on sale for 500 USD. Anyways, let's get back into these bargains because there is a lot more.
Ja się naprawdę przegapił ten tak.
She's gonna love you. Yeah, I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you, babe. Cross my heart and hope to die.
Hello. Do you have jeans? How much for these Dolce & Gabbanas? Does that look alright?
This is okay.
Okay. How much are they?
This one we sell for 70.
Oh,
Boże! Czy ty użyłeś to, co myślę, że użyłeś?
No, to dziwne.
Zadało prawie, że więcej obrażeń niż Great Chaos Fireball.
No.
Ale wiesz, to jest raczej na zasadzie porni.
No, są oporni na ogień po prostu zapewne.
A! Zapomniałem o tobie! A! Trochę go zbufowałem, panowie.
I can do like 100.
Ja go wbiłem w ziemię.
600. I can do like 150.
Dużo odłamków tu leci.
Yeah.
No, mówiłem.
But that's not the top. I'm sorry, I can top. I'm only gonna pay 200. I'm sorry. I'm only gonna pay 200. I'm sorry, it's not like real though. It's not the original. Sorry, I can only do
Znowu ktoś.
just
No, kto
200.
tym razem dostanie
Can you do 200? No. Okay.
I Mateusz.
Nienawidzę tego.
I'll do 250. 250? Can you do 250? Can you do 250? I can only do 250. 250? 280? Fine, I'll do 280. WeChat?
You live the Beijing?
Yeah. I've lived in China. I've lived in China for almost 3 years. Yeah. 5 years. I just moved here.
Before where?
Hefei.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm from Hefei.
Really?
Yeah.
Więcej odłamków.
Oh, really? Cool.
You study there or what?
Work. I lived in Shushan. Shushan. Yeah.
From Hefei.
Oh, okay. Very cool. All right, here I paid.
Lubię iść do przodu
I'm gonna go
ze
upstairs, and
świadomością.
if they don't fit, I'll come back down. Okay, thank you. Damn, I should have said before
Co
I started
poradzisz?
bargaining that I lived here because
Yeah.
I'm super excited about how she was from Hefei, which is like the place I was from. Usually, like
Jara.
every time you come here, like because I used to live in a city called like Wuhu.
Wracam.
To jest zdanie.
I swear everybody's from the place
Zły
that you
moment
say
na
they're
jawko.
at. But she seems
Yeah,
pretty
that's-
knowledgeable about it. And actually, my buddy told me that a lot of people from here are from the place we were at. So the reason I thought a lot of people were like, oh, I'm from there too, is just kind of relate to, you know. But I'm gonna go try these on. Dolce & Gabbana. Let's go try them on and see if they fit or
Wyżej
not.
zdechnie.
What about this green Supreme shirt? How much?
How many?
Just one. Just one. Oh, it's too much.
How much?
180? No.
How much?
Like, I was thinking like 40.
Hey.
No? What? What
Yeah,
happened?
I block this. Yeah, I can block like this. Yeah. Crazy.
You're crazy.
Dobra.
Uh,
Już wiem.
How low can you go? How
Leżę
low
w
can you go?
Nie
korytarzu.
lubię tej lokacji.
100? I can do like
Co się stało?
60.
Co się stało?
Jeszcze nic.
No dziwo przeżyłeś.
70?
A Invader?
75?
Nie ma jeszcze.
Alright, give me green. Let me try it on though. This your biggest? Too big for me? I think it's too small for me. No, it's good. It'll fit, yeah. You got WeChat?
Yes. WeChat is
This one? Top one?
Idę po prostu z szarda. O, on
No.
chyba po lawie
Was it
biegał z tego
60?
co widziałem.
No, you
Znalazłem go.
It's 75.
Ham.
It's 75.
Tam?
Alright.
Ham.
I don't need the bag.
Nie dam. Tam na dole jest. Idzie.
Yeah, you got cool t-shirts, huh?
Słyszałeś coś?
Yeah. Yeah, what about like this one right here? Oh, I like this Under Armour too.
Ciebie nie było, ale tam był
What? How many for this one?
Which one?
Or how,
This
I was
one?
gonna say how many for two. How much for this one?
Okay. How many?
Prawo poszedł.
Yeah, I like this one though. Okay, about like this champion,
Color.
color champion, gray champion. Oh, you got green champion too.
Yeah.
All right, I'll take the green champion.
This color.
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Green champion and that Under Armour. Yeah.
Wbity jak gwóźdź.
The two pieces.
Yeah. For you. I have
Zacnie
to
z
do
twojej
size.
strony, że oddałeś mi
This
Jesusy.
one starting price. Look, starting price is one
Oh.
for this.
Oh.
For you, I do cheaper. For you, I do you one. For you, I do very
680.
Yeah.
Oglądanie filmików z Sulsa nauczyło mnie jednego.
For two.
1360 for
Szybkiego
two.
przewijania na pierwszy slot.
How much? How much?
I didn't want to pay that much.
No problem. How much?
Like I could do like 150 for two.
Huh?
I only want to pay like 150.
Ow!
I'm sorry.
I said,
Otherwise
I
I'd-
said one for this.
Yeah.
Two for this.
I didn't know it was that
How much?
much.
Much
I'm sorry.
more? How much?
200 for two.
Hey, don't joke, can you say that? Seriously. Seriously.
You don't joke.
Seriously, okay.
1360.
Much
Come
more.
on.
Seriously, last price.
I can get the real thing for this price.
Real champion. This is same the real champion. Same the real champion.
Similar to the real champion? Yeah, but it's not real.
Okay. I give you two for this.
No,
How
I
much?
can't do
Much more.
1200. I'm
Much
sorry.
Much
200 is
more.
my maximum.
No, 200.
Yeah.
Do the 200.
Okay,
I'm sorry. I don't. Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay. I don't want it for more than 200.
Eight.
I'm sorry. I don't want it for more than.
Swoją drogą to jest chyba jedyny gem pod chaos w tej
I'm
grze.
sorry. I don't want it for more than.
No jeszcze drop.
I can get the. I can get the. I can get a real champion for 50.
You give me one.
Nie pamiętam czy jeszcze gdzieś tak leży sobie po
For two.
prostu.
For two.
For one, okay.
For two.
Pewnie tak. Nie wiem
I'm
gdzie.
serious. I can get this. I can get this for the real for the same price.
For two.
I'm sorry.
Poważnie.
200.
400,
I don't want it. I don't want it.
Okay, 100 more. 100 more. I make it happy.
I'm sorry, I don't want it. 250. I can only do 250. 280?
Yes.
Can you do 270?
Tak, ja się zastanawiam co się dzieje, czemu mi...
I got WeChat.
Czemu mój damage tak jakiś niewyraźny jest, a ja jednoręcznie trzymałem broń.
So I know,
damage.
like... Yeah, okay.
Okej.
275?
Twój damage niewyraźnie dziś
You just
wygląda.
like
Weź
275?
ci na skor.
Okay, I'll give you 280. I'll give you 280. You're welcome. I want the green one. Yeah, this... Oh, I need to try them on, though. Before I pay, let me try them on.
You try?
Yeah, I want to try them on. Okay, I didn't pay yet because I want to make sure. I have. No, I didn't pay yet. I didn't pay yet.
You pay, okay.
I want to make sure it fits.
No problem. I have. No
Are you-
problem. I have. Yeah.
Just wait. What about this?
No problem. I have many.
If you don't have, will you pay me back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have. I pay.
Okay, I trust you. I
Yeah,
trust you.
yeah.
How late are you here? How late are you here?
Zgubiłem się.
Yeah. How long?
Over here.
Yeah.
Wróć do głównej sali jakoś.
Tonight. Yeah.
9 o'clock.
Okay. I
Ja rozumiem,
I don't
jak
want
się
to
można
carry it.
tutaj
Can I
zgubić.
keep it here? Come back.
Bardzo prosto.
I like it. Very good.
No właśnie tam.
No wife.
Wife?
No wife.
You married?
No girlfriend. Girls don't like
Już.
me.
Żyj.
See you.
A, gonią mnie!
See ya. Thank you. Bye bye. Yeah, we'll see ya. Alright, so I just realized I have a low balance in my WeChat wallet because the WeChat money was all the money I had before I left China in that wallet, and I'm gonna have to go to an ATM shortly. But first, so I got 180. Need to get a pair of shoes, so can't go over 180.
Przedostatni tom.
Piromancja Quelan. Czy w tych znajdźkach, które tu są, jest coś kurwa godnego uwagi?
Oh, you
Są
don't?
jedyne znajdźki, których nigdy kurwa nie zabrałem.
Oh, you need to order. How much do you charge for like these?
Bo są bullshitem, że tak powiem.
Too much for me. Are they real?
W każdym kurwa sulfie musi być jakiś głupi item w lawie.
Oh my god. What about these? Yeah. 800. I got these for cheaper. Huh? No, they're not. How can you tell? How much different? Let's see. How do you know? How is it different?
Of course different, you check.
How do you know? Like, it looks the same to me. Oh yeah, a little bit. I got
And
these.
you know, that one is stretch also different.
These are real though. These are real. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just kidding. They're not real. I got them in Vietnam. What's the biggest size you have? Can I try these on? Can I try these on? Okay.
Chwilę, kostur zajzali to jest puszczka?
Tak. Mimo, że wybitnie w opisie pisze, że był używany do kastowania piromancji, nie można tym
Do you
kastować
have a
piromancji.
mirror? Do you have a, oh, right here.
What the fuck?
So cool. The new fashion, hey?
Znaczy wiesz, kostur, który został stworzony przez piromantów dla piromantów, który nie może rzucać piromancją.
Yeah.
Tak.
Yeah. Balenciaga.
Przecież to jest całkowicie kurwa
How much
logiczne.
did you say these are?
No.
1,500.
Do Tarkusa.
Alright.
Wielki zapłon.
1,500. Like 200? No? Okay. Hello? How much for these? 800? You 200?
Ła!
Ała!
Oh, that's
Przyznam
like
się
the
szczerze, nie
outside.
zauważyłem go.
Oh, good.
No on zauważył was.
Alright, how much for...
O,
Bije!
How much?
Łoń. Zrobię z ciebie konserwę gotowaną.
That's really cool. 650? Sorry, hold on. Do like 120?
Cofamy się? Czy dokończamy
Do
tą
przodu
operację?
idziemy, już jesteśmy na samym końcu
I only
praktycznie.
have 180 on me, so... Impossible.
Przecież niestety nie mam już resursów, tak więc możliwe, że zaraz zostaniesz tu sam, no ale...
What about 200?
Byłoby to co najmniej nie halo.
Okay, no 200. Alright, last bargain of the day. This is the one you saw at the beginning, and now you'll be able to see how this progressed into her just yelling at me.
O,
You wanna try?
motherfucker zblokował jeden zapłon.
Oh wow, no.
Aha,
If you can try, if you like, I give you discount.
Rada
I
się
do
pośpieszyć.
like it.
You wanna try?
I like it.
Now, how much you wanna buy now?
No, it's too much. It's way too
How
much.
much do you wanna buy? I ask you.
I'm,
This Jordan,
you're
this new model.
not gonna like it.
Foster, do you wanna try?
No, I don't want to try.
How
Just,
much you want?
you're not gonna like it.
How
You're-
much for the Jordan? If you wanna buy, give me price.
I was gonna say it's
Zdejmę
200.
nie jeden pierścień w takim
No, no.
Euro?
wszelki
No, no.
wypadek.
This Jordan, do you know?
Yeah, I know. It's,
Lady
it's,
shoes, how
it's
much?
not.
Sleeper, how much? You know sleeper, how much?
How much? Like
Sleeper,
20?
500.
Oof. Yeah, I don't like
Now,
that.
how much your best price?
Nah, I'm good. I'm
How
good.
much you give me your best price?
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, I give you.
Wypierdalaj, że tak powiem. Kurwa, moje życie. O, dobrze.
Where do you think I'm from?
I'm thinking.
To było chamskie.
You want me
To co ja mu zrobiłem było jeszcze też chamskie.
No
O,
problem.
Ale zasłużył.
An alien.
My last
Zasłużył.
price is this. I give you this, okay?
No, no, no.
How much you give me your best
You
price?
just
Się tak zastanawiałem, czy on
Can
jest na
you
górze,
give
czy
me
na
best
dole.
price? Yes,
200.
I give you.
200.
I see best price. If you keep
That-
one
that-
price, nobody sell for you
Ooh.
for Jordan.
That
Not
is-
the lady shoes, not the baby shoes, not the socks. You understand?
That is my
this
best.
This is Jordan. It's the high tops,
Okay.
not the slipper.
Okay, I'm just
Can
saying
you
that's
give
my
your
best.
best price if you want to buy? If you don't want to buy, I don't want to talk to you.
I
If you
don't want to
really-
buy. I don't want to buy.
See, you don't want to buy, you ask me.
I just asked you for the price,
Do you want to buy?
and then you. No, I don't.
You don't want to buy, why you asking me?
Well, I do. I did want to buy, but now I don't.
How much you give me your best price?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
How much your best
No,
price?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Kurwa.
No, no, no.
Pierdolone się kręcenie i zastunlokowanie.
200.
No cóż, to
My
sam.
best price is this. I no give you this price, no see this. This is my cost price give you. You know why? You are very handsome. Do you
Oh,
have a
okay.
girlfriend?
No.
Nah, 50 more.
No, no, 200.
My cost price.
You just agreed on 200. I'm sorry. I don't want them for just 200. 200. Just 200. I don't want them. You're crazy. You're crazy. You're
Podejrzewam, że nie ma
crazy.
jeszcze bardziej Greater Combustion.
Alright, bye.
Nie,
Holy
nie.
shit. That girl just went straight nuts on me, dude. I was actually starting to get heated for a second there, and I was like, dude, alright, no matter how low you bring this price, I do not want to buy from you. But I caught her, I looked away, and I caught her smiling to the other salesperson out of the corner of my eye, so she was definitely playing me. Shitty tactic, actually, dude, just straight bullying. Fuck that. Anyways, I'm gonna go grab a beer. All right, that's it. I'm out. This place is crazy, and I'm so excited to be living here because this is the first time I've lived in a city where there's fake markets. Yeah, in Hefei there was like those that one fake night market, but I'm not gonna milk the shit out of that. I only got like 2 videos out of that, and I thought that was enough. But this place, it got mad markets. With that being said, I hope you guys like this video. This place is wild. I'm excited to be back in China. I'm back. Let's do this, and we'll see you guys next time. Make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, and until next time. Can I try them on? I can try them on? No.
Oh my god, you're killing me.
You go cheaper? How much you say?
I give you but just the left side.
Yeah, not US dollars. It wasn't me, it was her. She was the one that was hard bargain. How much for the Thrasher hat? I'll give you a straight one right now. Can you do it?
You are a really tough guy.
You're a tough girl.
I'm a good girl.
You are a good girl.
Ja chyba
Welcome back, guys. Right now we're out here in my
cofam się
hometown.
do Firefoxa,
You can guess what town it is.
was
2-3 days after this video goes live, I am back out on the road to continue these videos. What I want to do is I want to show you these unseen and unused bargains from previous videos from pretty much around the world, because I tend to get more than I need for a 20-minute video, and I thought this would be a good time to do an end-of-the-year wrap-up to kind of show you guys these markets again, while also showing you something new. Because this will actually show you a direct comparison between differences in bargaining cultures, because if I go bargain in China, it was way different than bargaining in the Philippines. Anyways, before we get into this, I want to say thank you to NordVPN for sponsoring this video, because this is something I truly believe in.
Tak,
Seriously,
nie da się dać
if it
temu
wasn't
szkodziarzowi
for
tomu
a
kujany.
VPN in China, this channel wouldn't exist, or would be in a completely different direction. Because as a lot of you know, you can't access YouTube in China without a VPN. Let's start this
Wszyscy
video
mamy
off
tam
where
te
the
głębsze
channel first
wiedzieć
started to
sobie, ja nie
begin
muszę tam
out there
iść
in China.
głębiej. Czekam w Demon Ruins.
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
You wanna underwear?
Było to
Yeah, I
sposobem.
know underwear.
20 tysięcy dusz
Abercrombie
przeszło.
or Calvin Klein?
Przeszło 20
where's
tysięcy dusz,
your
poszło
Calvin
się
Klein?
jebać.
Here, bamboo Calvin Klein. Very nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is the bamboo. This is the cotton. You like a bamboo or cotton?
I like bamboo.
Bamboo. You need I think a double X large. China size. Don't worry. She know.
No,
Czy ja
I know.
mam
I
jeszcze
live here
jakieś
too,
troszeczkę do
so.
I show you which
podobnienia?
color. Moment.
No, I got it. I just want these.
Only this? How
Yeah,
many?
this is 4.
Only 4?
Yeah,
No more?
no more. For 4, 多少钱?
For 4? For when you give me this money, you buy 4 like this
Oh,
money.
that's way
Okay,
too.
I
I'm
give
sorry.
you this money.
That's way too much.
Now how much can you give it to me?
For 4,
Yes.
like 75.
No.
Yeah.
It's good quality. 不用了. Can you give it to me your best price?
75.
Jej,
No,
dobiłem do
75.
14 zręczności w końcu.
Okay, how about we do this?
300. That's way too much.
Can you give it to me your final price? 75, you really kill me, you know, 4 pieces.
I can only do like 75.
Yeah, can you give it to me your last price?
300 is way too much for me. I'm sorry.
Okay, I don't give you this money, you don't give it to me this money. How about we do this money?
I'll do 100.
Please, why you are
100.
tough?
I'm sorry. That's,
Okay,
that's
give me
all.
two,
That's all
okay?
I'm gonna do. No, I'm sorry.
Okay, you're a nice guy. Give me one.
Just 100.
Postawimy znak jak coś.
Poważnie, Greater Fire, Chaos Fireball wymaga slotów na zaklęcia?
Really no money.
No.
My money.
Oh, I'm sorry. I pay. Sorry, I pay with WeChat.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
WeChat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Firestorm rozumiem,
I don't want to pull it out.
ale w
Sorry,
takim
I didn't-
wypadku
Greater Hall
zdecydowanie.
zawsze więcej zabierał.
Yes.
Demoniczne ruiny
Okay.
czy przedpokój króla?
Demoniczne ruiny.
Before you come back.
Oh yeah, I'll come back.
Przedpokój
Alright, this
króla
next
chyba
one's
już wszystko
interesting because
ogarnąłem.
this market is in like deep China. I'm talking like 30 miles from the North Korean border in Shenyang. I went to this place for work at the time and I was like, all right, I'm gonna get a market video out of it, right? But then I went there and I realized it was like an actual Chinese market, like no foreigners live in this city whatsoever. I kind of abandoned that, but now looking back at it, it's interesting to see the difference between like a China tourist market and a Chinese market, right? These tourist markets exist
Dobra,
solely just to make
postawiłem
as
znak,
much
zaraz
money
wracam.
off naive tourists as possible. Oh, too much. No, I'm good. It's way too much. I can only do 400.
Give me money.
Tourists typically don't know the production cost of this stuff. They just see a name brand sewn on a shirt, so they assume, okay, the real one costs this much, so I'll just go maybe, for example, like half that and call it a day. Even though it's not even worth like a fraction of that, right? Anyways, yeah, let's check this out. How much?
这个220。
220. 75吗？
75。
Yeah.
没有。
No, okay. How much? Alright, I know how to say how much in Chinese, but what I'm doing is I'm testing to see how good her English is so we can try to continue this bargain in English. Because if you don't share a common language that you're both comfortable in, it's going to be to your advantage to bargain in your own native language because you're going to be more relaxed and your body language will show that. Like you'll see here, she doesn't know English, so we're going to bargain in Chinese. And I know basic conversational Chinese, but not enough to joke around to make the whole interaction smoother to get that lower price. No. Like 35?
No.
No? No? Okay. 60? Idzie 40?
Halo?
40? 50?
Idziecie?
45?
No już.
50? Okay. Basically what I'm saying is this. If you're comfortable enough to joke around in their language, then that would be
Na dół
ideal,
znaczy się?
because then you'll
Gdzie
get
jest
the
nasz
respect
pas?
of
Kasper?
them right off the bat. But if you aren't, always try to bargain in your own native
Znalazłem.
language so you are more relaxed, your body language shows it, and the whole interaction is a lot more fun. Also gain some if you know a couple numbers or common phrases while you're bargaining in your own language, then they're more lenient with their prices. Hello. Hey, how much?
但是120。
100啊？
长价最低最低。
100? 这个？
Yes.
100? I can do like...
Tędy można.
Wiem czego zapomniałem zrobić, no ale...
No?
O.
那个好的。
10块吗？
Au,
10块了，没给你贵。
No.
Jezu, ile tutaj tych fireballów jest?
Au! Au!
Odpowiedź brzmi za dużo, kurwa, za dużo.
最低啊 ，front
like 30.
啊。
30. Hello. Hey.
Au.
Huh?
OK 就 OK，不 OK 就不 OK 了。啊。
不要。
最高。
不要。
最高。
35.
最高35。
35.
OK 了。
Okay. So as you can see, they weren't as aggressive as like Shanghai or Beijing tourist markets.
Can you give me your best price?
And the reason for that is, one, they probably haven't seen much tourists, so they're not expecting, you know, it kind of catches them off guard. And two, they only deal with local people, so the locals already know the value of the product. Shanghai versus this place, Shanghai was up here, initial price. They're giving me decent prices right off the bat. All right, now it's time to head off to the friendliest country that I experienced, the
Dalej
Philippines.
huchasz.
Kurwa, ja poprawię mikrofon, tu mnie biją, Tomek, przez ciebie!
How much for like that black North Face?
A wiesz co? Och.
2,600. She had it. She was saying like
Tak, nie mam.
2,000.
Poczekaj,
over there.
poczekaj przy Modfire'ze, co?
Yeah. What's the lowest you can do? Only 2,000. You can't
Powiedzieć,
go
że jak
over
już wróciłem do głównej sali.
Estusów już nie miałem.
1,500. You can't do
Daleko
it?
nie masz.
Okay. What's the difference between like this and?
Mocne
Oh yeah,
fantony.
this is. I think this is too thick. Yeah, I don't want this. Yeah, I want a single.
This one, sir, I give you 1,600. I give you 1,300.
You can't do just straight one.
No.
I'll give you straight one right now.
Only one.
Can you do it?
Only one, to, sir.
Okay, I'll give you one too. How much you charge for like these Jordans?
What size?
US 11. How much do you charge for? 1,200
Pesos are pesos.
pesos.
Yes.
Yeah, not US dollars. If you do like 800 for them, I could do 800 for them.
1,150.
Aha.
You can do 800.
1,100.
No ja przyszedłem.
You can't go lower.
Myślałem, że jakiś wróg przyszedł.
No. Oh, it's fine. Huh? You don't have the size? What about like the black ones? You should get those. You should get the black ones. Ask her how much. She's giving me the foreigner. She's giving me the foreigner price.
1,150 here.
You have them?
Jezus.
Tutaj dalej coś było.
Przepaść.
Przepaść.
How much are these?
O, Kasper, kosę masz. Boże, zmieniłeś broń.
So as you can see, there's a huge contrast in
Gdzie
the
masz tą
way
kasę,
each
którą ci dałem?
culture tends to bargain.
Mam za
One,
małe
being straight to
statystyki na nią
business, give me
jeszcze.
my money.
No.
Two is just like kind of go with the flow, see what happens kind of thing.
To kurestwo wymaga 18 zręczności, Mateusz.
No wiem.
Guitars right here. How much
Tutaj
do you
było.
sell these for?
Tutaj będą... Najpierw na górę.
You give me just 100.
Najpierw
Dude, I'll do like
pokłelan.
30. 30. You give me one of these for 30?
Poza tym podejrzewam, że w międzyczasie jeszcze raz zdążę zmienić broń.
I understand, I understand you.
To znaczy w międzyczasie.
You want
Wow.
one? You want one? Yeah?
Przyprowadziłeś zwierzątko.
Oh, we'll do two for 75. 2 for 75.
To znaczy się po Ariandel będę zmieniał broń najprawdopodobniej.
Kosy Ariandel?
Huh?
Da.
I'll do this, these two, all for 120. Can you do it?
Rozumiem
All
dlaczego.
of it for 120.
Ja najprawdopodobniej po Demon Prince będę zmieniał broń.
Po czym?
I'll just get this for 80.
Po księciu demonów.
Yeah, 80 right here.
Au.
120, 120. You do 125? The girl says 120.
Ej! O.
The girl says 120, I can't. Yeah, we need more beer. That's why we need to save our money. You have beer?
Yeah.
You do have beer. No, I'm good. I'm
Yeah,
good.
one beer.
I'll buy you a beer later. 120 all day.
Okay.
Okay?
Kochane Bandam Namco, ja mam do was jedną wielką prośbę.
He was the one
No.
that was hard bargain.
Zróbcie jakiś sensowny backstab dla kosy.
120.
Ja.
You're trying to get it. Alright, thanks. I'll buy you a
W
beer.
której grze było tak, że kosą podcinasz gardło?
No, I'll buy you one later. We'll come
Prawdopodobnie.
back. We'll come back. Okay. You are a
Czym?
bargain.
Z czegoś kojarzę taki finisher, ale to mogło nie być z tej z żadnego z sulsu.
She was quite good. She was like just straight like.
Nie mogli ukraść generalnie movesetu Fridzie.
Właśnie Frida ma taki, powiedzmy, że backshot.
No. Ale nie o tym chodziło. Ty robiłeś taki backshot. Oła!
I can go. I like to do the business. Colombo, Sri Lanka. The Nike signs off.
To jest straszne.
Do you have Under Armour?
To jest piękne.
Let's see the black. These are zipper?
Yeah, cheaper.
Do you have bigger? I got a big butt, so I need bigger. You don't have bigger Under Armour though?
Yeah, Under Armour this one size 3 size.
Okay. I'll try these. I'll try.
To nie powinien być. A, tu czarny rycerz.
How much is that?
O Boże, z
it's
tym
like
fajnym mieczem.
$15.
Który chcę!
You can't do like that's too much for me. That's too much. Like,
Pierdol się.
Dziwne dejawu.
You can't do it? I'll do 1250
Myślisz?
halfway. 1250. 1250. 1250. 1250. Alright, we'll meet halfway there. Alright, very good. Thank you. Thank you.
Mam nadzieję, że nie będzie powtórki z rozrywki z mojego świata.
A co się stało w twoim świecie?
Pewnego dziwnego invadera, który myślał, że jest kozakiem i zabija go grę. Największa potęga tej gry, jaką jest grawitacja. Nie jego własna głupota.
Rozumiem.
Przez tego chuja nie zabrałem tego czegoś tu z pół.
Westerners, mostly Americans, and like the local people say in each country.
Nie Tomek, tam jest świecące.
It's always oh, you're ripping them off, and then you see the difference with the local people saying I either did good or I got ripped off. I'm obviously a foreigner in these countries, and when they see foreigners, for the most part, I'm not gonna say every time, there's been times where I've gotten fair prices right off the bat, but for the most part, they jack up the price. Here's the thing, people will be like, you can afford it, why don't you just buy it? Yeah, I can afford $20 for a shirt, but if it's only worth like $5, I'm not gonna pay $20. Are you gonna pay $3 for a McChicken, even though you can afford a $3 McChicken? No, you're gonna pay $1. You're gonna want it for $1. My goal is to try to get it for what the locals get it. All right, now let's hop out to Malaysia to get this Fendi wallet before hopping over to Hong Kong. Yeah, how much you charge for this? Oh, you can't do like
Olay.
15?
Olay.
Yeah.
50 or 15?
15. No, you can't do it? What's the lowest you can do? How much? 30?
Sorry.
40? I can do like 20.
I gwóźdź
You do
wbity.
20? No?
Give me 30, okay?
30? I'll do 25, straight up. 25 for the Fendi? Alright, cool. Oh shit, I'm sorry.
Any leather belt?
No, I have too many belts.
Kosa ma fajny moveset na jednoręcznym.
Yeah, how much for this? Oh, that's a lot.
Ty!
No, it's too much.
Kosa jest kurwa kataną z Demon Soulsa.
Oh my god, you, they're killing me.
I don't want to pay more than that.
Okay, let's see,
Really
like
cheap.
80 for
Like
you.
those?
Like how cheap? Two pieces,
Like probably
80
like
for
40.
you. Hello, excuse me. 40 each?
I would assume so.
2 for 80.
Yeah.
Obrzucać ich gównem po prostu.
Okay, the last price 60 for you, finish.
I'll do 50. I'll do 50 for him.
Okay, 50, okay.
There you go, 50.
Thank you.
How much for the Thrasher hat? 79. Too expensive. Like I'll do like 35. 35. Can you do 40? 40? 45.
No, Tomek, ale chyba nie przeżyje tego spadku w tym miejscu.
Żyjesz.
Yeah? Okay. Yeah, I'll do that, yeah. Alright, now we're gonna hop over literally right across the border into the mainland of China for some more underwear. Man, I'm gonna say I have omitted a lot of these underwear bargains out of here. I don't know why, maybe because I thought it was weird. I don't know. You guys are literally watching a guy buy underwear. But let's go. How much for these?
This material really good quality for you. I have a bigger size.
How much for these?
You want to buy how many pieces?
How much per pair?
4 pair.
Per piece? How much per piece?
Piece, okay, I'll give me some time for you.
Let me see your other one. Can I try them on? I can try them on? No.
No i tu jest miejsce, w którym ci niestety nie mogę pomóc do końca.
I'll take the Supreme one.
How many pieces do you want?
It depends on how many you want or what you want per piece.
You want buy 10 pieces, okay?
O, chunk.
How much for 10 piece?
Nie, tutaj nie ma go.
You want, okay? You give me 10 pieces.
A, czyli przypadkowo prawdopodobnie... A, rzeczywiście jego tu nie będzie.
Let's see.
Za wcześnie jesteśmy i poza tym nie pogadałem z nimi praktycznie w ogóle.
To znaczy, nie było ich jeszcze u Tikonów, więc nie mają celu być tutaj.
O.
What about like 75 for 5?
Dobra, idziemy po Mateusza.
Well, yeah.
I odnowić twoje miksturki i w ogóle.
How much for this one? What about this one?
Yeah, you give me 5 pieces or give me this price for your 5 pair.
5 pair?
Yeah, give me this 6 pieces or give me 200 this last price.
Kurwa.
This new one.
What about like these? What about diesel?
Idę odnowić miksturki w takim
Yeah, how much
wypadku.
for diesel?
I w międzyczasie dostroić jedno zaklęcie.
For 5 piece?
Yeah.
We do like 75 for 5 piece?
Last price of give me 120 for 5 pair. This final.
Idziemy od razu na Kinga? Czy doczyszczamy bagno?
Doczyszczamy raczej, mi się wydaje. Czekam przy bonfire'ze w katakumbach. Abandon Tomb znaczy się.
Już.
I don't want 10 piece. I'll do one.
Keep up going.
I'll do 150 for
going. A, jeszcze u Mateusza będziemy musieli resztę Rytulu odwiedzić.
Naprawdę?
Postawiłem znak.
For 200.
Ale można dokończyć najpierw u Tomasza, jak już tak wyszło.
No jak już tak wyszło.
One more and then 200.
No, this one more. Give me 1 piece. Give me this price for you. Give me 10 piece.
200 for all of this.
Yeah, for 200. Last.
And one more.
No one more. This one more. No one more.
210.
Panowie, a ja zadam takie jedno strategiczne pytanie.
One more is okay. 200.
Jak my zamierzamy zabić tego demona
I want the
tutaj?
blue one.
Z problemami.
Black. Here. Black and blue. And like I said earlier, a lot of people they comment be like, how can you access YouTube if it's
To
blocked
znaczy
in
nie, że w
China?
nas
When I
nie
was in
wierzę,
China,
ale
my
nie
connection
wierzę w
would be
nas.
from China. But when you connect to a VPN, you can connect to a server in the States, connect to a server literally anywhere in the world. So I connect to one in say Los Angeles. So now the internet
Mateusz,
thinks,
gdzie jest twój
oh,
znak?
I'm in Los Angeles.
Postawiłem
so I
przy
can bypass
bonfire'ze.
that great firewall.
Przy dobrym
That's why I'm
bonfire'ze?
really happy NordVPN reached out to me because this is a
Którym
product that
bonfire'ze?
has
Opuszczony
essentially changed my
grobowiec.
life in the fact that without a VPN I wouldn't access YouTube in China and who knows where my channel would be at then and I would probably still be teaching English. So what they're offering for
Jaka jest różnica pomiędzy tym a tamtym bonfire'em? Ja nie rozumiem ci, Tomek. Naprawdę.
Bliżej będzie.
Ten
Nie
jest
będzie.
bliżej bagna, które mamy, idziemy eksplorować. A tamten jest bliżej bossa.
You have this one 11 for sure, right? Yeah, how much do you charge for this?
Your money or my money?
Your money.
My money is 165 euro.
I'll do like 100 flat on these right now.
$100?
No, no. no, you offered me way less than $100. No, I'll do 100 lira flat on that right now.
I give you, but just the left side.
Just the left side?
Yeah.
How much for the right side?
Right side plus 60 lira.
Plus 60. I'll take just the left side. That's fine.
Okay, I give you. Give me 148 lira. 145 is okay.
Yeah, I'll give you 120.
Give me 135 is okay.
We'll do 130 flat and it's a deal. 130. You got it? Shake? All right, we got it. Last but not least, let's go to New Delhi, India to find these surprisingly good quality off-white air. Size 11. How much? You do 2,500?
Wait. Okay, sir. Fine.
Yeah, these are good. You do 3? 3?
8.
3, 8? 2, 3, 5? 3, 5? You can't go 3, 5?
Flight is very good.
Yeah? Alright, cool, thank you. Alright, it's crazy to see the interactions I've had with these people in the last year and a half or so, and it's awesome to look back and see
Nie,
not
kurde.
only the differences between cultures, but a lot of the similarities between all of us. This channel would not be possible without you guys, and I am so excited to see where this takes us in 2019 and beyond. But before I go, I'm gonna leave you with this. Our most favorite and memorable moments from the last year and a half. See you guys next time.
Oh my god! You want to die now?
Załam się.
I seriously only have 400 on me.
Okay, maybe they got their one.
Ale strasznie poj załamie ten topór.
Yeah, we can.
Ogólnie im łatwo złamać poza tym dużą bronią. Ciężkim atakiem.
Trước tự động mua phòng máy Coca-Cola.
I'm sorry. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work.
Musiałem się ratować. Sorry.
Not a baby, she's not a soft. You understand? How about
I'm sorry.
credit card?
No, I can't do credit card.
You can pay with dollar.
Handmade cotton wash.
Handmade wash. Hey.
Yes, lye has peppers.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
This is the meaning.
Nice.
Nice has peppers.
Nice as peppers.
Yeah.
Jezu, to jeszcze żyje.
Już nie.
Oła! What? O.
Au, au, au.
To was zjadło.
Wiesz co, byłem święcie przekonany, że po 5. ataku w końcu przeżre się przez jego poison.
Nie. Bez tubka nie ma szans.
Nie mają dużego poison. Dużego łamania poison znaczy się. O chuj, Benny Hill.
Ja w międzyczasie robię szybki skok do kaplicy zjednoczenia. Ulepszycie Stusia.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Just maybe yeah. Can I see a menu? Let's see the menu first.
Welcome to another video.
Groovy. So you might be wondering what I'm doing wearing this ridiculous outfit. Well, I'm trying to look like a tourist. I think I might be pulling it off maybe a bit too much, but you know, the whole I love Beijing, you know, I never wear baseball caps. I know it's kind of weird. Anyway, the whole point is I want to be a tourist today. I want to go to Tiananmen Square, which is, you know, where the Forbidden City is and all that. That's where most tourists go when they come to Beijing.
Czyli u Ciebie bagna są już tam wyczyszczone, tak?
Prawie.
I want to see if people try to scam me, and I'm going to be very open-minded, and I'm going to just go along with pretty much.
Już się wróci jednak, więc nie doczyściłem jeszcze ich.
Because at the end of the day, I want all of you guys, my friends who come to China, to have a fantastic tourist experience. And well, let's see what happens. Okay, so as soon as I stepped off the metro, I was approached by a scammer. But unfortunately, they're very wise to cameras and things like that. So first of all, she came up to me and immediately she was trying to pull her thing like about, hey, where are you from? Etc., etc., which was the typical thing. It's exactly the same as what usually happens. But then, first of all, she spotted my friend because we weren't expecting this to happen so soon. Maybe there's one of them over there. Anyway, thing is, yeah. She spotted. We're being listened to. First of all, she spotted my friend with a camera and said, "Oh, your friend is there." I was like, "No, he's not my friend." And then she saw I had my handycam in my hand, busy recording the audio. And she's like, "What's that?" I'm like, "It's a camera." And then all of a sudden, she was like, "Okay, bye." And she basically cut off the conversation. You know, this is my camera. I want to go film. You know, like handycam, like this. Yeah, you see? But I'm going to go to film Tiananmen. Oh, you've been there?
Będę musiał jeszcze was potem znowu przyzwać. Muszę po pierwsze zmienić spell, po drugie muszę uzupełnić mikstury znowu.
But before she noticed the cameras, she was all about like, hey, where are you from? What are you doing here? Type thing. And then it's like, sees the cameras and then...
Muchasz wy, mikrofon.
Very wise to all this stuff. So we're putting the cameras away and I'm just going to use my phone. Because it's very harsh sunlight, I think if I turn the brightness all the way down...
Nie wiem, kurwa, to tak czy nie?
Powiem ci za chwilę. Albo inaczej, jak ci nie powiem, to jest dobrze.
Au.
Yeah, I speak English. Oh, I'm from
Dolowanie
England. How about
śmiertelność
you?
London.
Yeah.
Podczas finisherów i innych takich.
Kurde, ile to ma poison?
Yeah, only been here for...
Tomek, powiedz, zrób coś z tym.
Yeah.
No chciałbym, wiesz?
Really? That's cool.
W końcu. Fuck! Udało się.
I love China. It's so interesting. You know, I've only been here, like I said, for 2 days. My first time. Oh, my name is Winston. What's your name?
No, jak to dobrze, że będziesz musiał
Hello,
nas
Lily.
czytywać
Nice to meet
jeszcze
you.
raz.
I don't have any plans today. I just wanted to come to see Tiananmen Square and look around. You know, no big plans. Yeah.
Yeah, we also just go look around.
Yeah.
Yeah, see our side. We are together.
Hi.
O.
Good. Good.
Myślałem, we trzech nam się uda.
Niestety nie.
Liu Ying.
Dobra, możecie w tym momencie się wycofać już tak naprawdę, bo chyba nic więcej nie ma.
Do you have an English name?
Oh, my English name is Angela.
Angela, okay.
A, tu jest drugi
Angela
Hausgam.
and Lily. So nice to meet you guys.
It's hard. If you don't mind, I'm going somewhere.
One cup of beer.
Dobra,
That
to teraz
sounds
do
nice.
Mateusza.
Where is there to get
To do
beer?
demonicznych tych ruin.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't know this place. Yeah, too many people. Okay, where do you think we can go?
We can walk and find the.
Okay.
Postawiłem znak.
Okay. All right. Sure. Let's go. That sounds good.
I think in London has many Chinese people. In London, in England.
Yes. Many Chinese restaurants. I like to go. I like to eat Chinese food. You know, I think it's very cool.
Use the chopstick. Can you use chopstick?
I can't use them. I'm very bad. I just can use a knife and fork, but
It's difficult for
yeah.
use chopstick.
One day I think I will practice more, and then maybe I can use the chopsticks. Yeah. Just a different culture. Yeah.
So, how many languages do you speak?
Oh, I can only speak English.
Only one.
Yeah. How about you?
I only can speak Chinese and a little bit of English.
Oh, but your English is very good.
Oh, so.
No, I think it's very good.
Ja pierdolę, ten atak na 360 stopni.
Yeah, it's so strange. I found it very difficult to find my way around here, you know.
So which hotel do you stay in Beijing?
Oh, right now I'm staying in it's called the Home Inn Plus.
Całą tą drogę od nowa.
Yeah.
Bye. Back here?
Halo?
Yeah, it's not that far away. Maybe.
Pobiegnę za wami.
Yeah, but I
Ale
took a
Kasper się
taxi here.
zakochał.
I just showed the card for the Tiananmen Square to the taxi, and then the taxi driver took me here.
We take the subway come here. It's 15 minutes.
Oh, really?
Subway.
Oh, I
Kurwa,
don't
przez
know
ścianę
how
to
to
bije.
use the subway. Yeah. It's too difficult for me because I can't understand the. Yeah, I can't understand the names. You know. Too strange.
500?
Yeah.
Szczerze? Słabo. Jak na to, ile to się kosztuje, to słabo.
Yes, in Beijing there's a famous place called Silk Street.
I like this color. It's my favorite color.
Oh, it's your favorite color? Thank you. I like it too. Yeah.
That's why I say hello with you.
Oh, really? That's cool.
This is my favorite color.
Awesome.
Yellow color is happy colors.
Yes, I think so too.
Czy się wiesz, słabo, nie słabo, to nie jest coś, czym napierdalasz do pojedynczego przeciwnika.
Wiem.
Everything is yellow color.
Oh, really?
Buy them some books, but everything is yellow.
Oh, that's very cool. Yeah.
What's your job?
Me? Oh, I work for a bank. So, yeah, I do the computers in the bank, so, you know.
In China, it's work a bank is a good job.
Yeah. Also for me, it's a good job in England. If you can work for the bank, means
So every day you touch the money. Every day.
No, I see people touch money every day.
Och, jak ja nie lubię tej lokacji.
Because
No.
I really want to travel more, but because my job is so important, I'm always staying in England. So what I like to do in my spare time is I have my own house, and I like to
Powiem tak, żeby oni musieli
spend
sobie
time,
naspałnić
in my
te
house to
kulki, to
fix
jeszcze
my house,
chuj.
make it bigger, and yeah, I'm
Muszą
quite
sobie
thirsty,
naspałnić,
so you
tylko
say
że oni to
somewhere-
robią
somewhere
mimo
near
tego, że
here
nie
we can
widzą
have a
graczy.
beer?
No.
Oh, very cool.
And coffee here.
Okay.
So do you have sister, brother?
Wszystkie kurwa
Yes,
SS już
I have
poszło.
one sister.
No.
Yeah, how about you? Do you have any sisters and brothers?
I have one older sister and one younger brother.
All right, that's very interesting.
It's
Ała.
big family in China.
Nie no,
Really, eh?
kurwa, widzę ich.
That's pretty cool.
He looks very young, but you are very
Ja już nie mam
successful.
Cały jeden.
Well,
Z
you
pięciu.
know, I started to work when I was very young, so I'm not that
No, Kacper,
young,
masz dużo HP.
36.
I think you have 27, 28.
No.
Były kości do Estusa.
Every day have many people here.
It's crazy,
Nie,
yeah. I
zresztą
guess
też będę musiał przyjść.
Jezus!
so many people must come to see
Coś chyba czuć zapomniał.
the Tiananmen Square, right? Because it's so famous.
No, to nie mam w ogóle SS-ów.
Your English is so good.
Masz kości?
Yeah, how did
Mam.
you learn your English? It's so good.
I'm working, studying in a school before. I studied English for 4 years.
4 years, wow.
I think my English knows very well.
Proponowałbym pójść do Bonfire'a pierw.
Well, the books, but I never speak.
A ty już jeszcze
Nie
w ogóle
mam.
nie masz
Then
tutaj
you,
nic
wow,
zbudowane.
that's amazing.
Nie mam tego Bonfire'a jeszcze.
That's amazing. Your English
Powinien
is
dać
very
Invader,
good.
zaatakował, zabił.
Because, you know, I can't even say anything in Chinese. I don't even know one word.
I teach you some words. Chinese. 你好 it means hello.
Okay.
谢谢 it means thank you.
All right, but that's difficult to say. Like maybe I can say, can you tell me again?
你好
Okay, ni
Moje
hao.
dusze.
Ni hao.
means hi. It's hello.
Ni hao.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jej.
Si,
100 000 dusz.
Oh, okay.
Kurwa.
Oh, that's quite,
Chcesz
yeah, very difficult.
pierścionek od
The
niegubienia
language
dusz?
is so
A,
different.
nie.
Is your
Chinese-
friend okay?
Chinese-
Are you okay?
She is tired.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Chinese language is very hard for learning, I think.
Yeah.
It's more than another language.
I think so too, because it sounds very different to
Kurwa, jak to ma
English.
zasięg.
Completely different, and also I can't understand any of the writing. You know.
Yes, Chinese.
Estus!
Here.
Yeah. The beer and the coffee.
Beer and
Estus.
coffee. Yeah.
Dobra, teraz mogę trochę bardziej walczyć.
Okay, it looks interesting. Let me take a look. Oh, happiness is a choice. Wow, that looks a bit interesting.
Au.
Okay, just maybe, yeah. Can I see a menu? Let's see the
Ja
menu
go
first.
rozciąłem od jajec do głowy, a ty go rozciąłeś od głowy do jajec.
Tak.
Panowie, on tu idzie.
Oh, okay.
O,
To tea.
Ham.
What do you recommend?
Oh, I don't like it.
Oh, really?
So maybe we can
Zdecydowanie kurwa
Okay,
odporny
sounds
na
good to me.
ogień.
Sounds good. Busted. Success. I managed to I managed to bait some scammers basically.
Estus!
So you saw kind of what happened there. I was just walking through the Forbidden Palace area and I got approached by, guess what? 2 middle-aged women, all sort of tarted up in makeup and stuff, which is very rare for people of their age in China. And they started speaking to me and guess what? They said exactly the same thing as those scammers did to me 2 years ago.
10 minutes nearby here.
Really?
Yes, I'm the juice of coffee. Not
Oh.
long time.
They have coffee here? That's nice. I haven't had coffee today yet.
Yes, we can have
Chodźcie,
coffee.
chodź.
Oh,
No,
that's
chodź.
that's okay. Like I said, I'm a little busy. I'm just going to take some
Yeah.
photos. See, that's why I have my camera. But thank you. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Do you want to get a coffee or a beer? And you know, last time I just ignored them, but this time I followed them. And all the usual stuff. How long have you been here? You know, what do you do? Just silly conversations. It's all nonsense anyway, because I can tell. Best part is they can get on and understand Chinese if they can. So when we arrived at their friend's place, typical little, I'm gonna go and film it outside so you can see, but typical little beer, it says beer and coffee, which is ridiculous. Like, anyway, it's a little beer and coffee cafe thing with a bunch of private rooms in it. And as I was walking in, there was a doorman, and the doorman was sitting there, and he saw that I was recording them on my phone. And as the ladies were trying to get me to sit down and order stuff, right? He kind of walked in Chinese. He said in Chinese, he's busy recording. Stop. Like, get him out of here. So that spoiled the whole scam. But it just shows you how vigilant they are these days. The thing is, as soon as I came out, I saw another guy being duped by another pair of same kind of women that fit the same thing, and I followed them for a little while, and I actually warned him. We have another victim. Hey, how's it going, man? Do you know anything about the area here?
Where you want to go?
I'm just curious, like, a bit lost, so...
Yeah.
Can you just
Yeah, I know there is...
Potworny szur.
Ja z nimi walczę. To szczur chciał mnie zabić. Szczury zazwyczaj tego nie robią.
Gadnijcie, kto jest za nami.
To jest za nami. Prawie mnie trafił.
It's an incredibly common and easy to spot thing, but if you are a single guy who looks like an idiot walking around like a tourist,
Jest
you
hamem
are
przede
going to be
wszystkim.
targeted by these individuals, and their end game is to get them into their friends' little shops like that, and they're protected.
Trafiło go?
Nie.
If you do go and complain to the police and stuff,
Dobra.
The police are in on it. They get paid kickbacks and stuff. It's not the police's fault.
Kurde, jak mam odporność przy krowinie.
So it's your fault for being scammed. You have to understand that if you get
No,
approached
dlaczego nie zatrzymało go?
women walking around tourist
Hamstwo.
spots that want to within the first minute take you for a beer or a
Patrz,
coffee.
jaki chuj.
You know that you're being scammed.
Fajnie.
Don't follow them. Terrible. And shame on you, all of you scammers here. And shame on everybody who actually defends them, because they are disgusting. They spoil people's experience of China and they make China look bad. Do you want to know who is Hei Zhongguo? It's these Pianren Hei Zhongguo. These are the people. So if you know scammers or if you're involved in any kind of scam, shame on you. Call them out. Anyway, that's it for this video, guys. I think I proved my point. If you come to any tourist-heavy place in China, be it Shanghai, Beijing, wherever you go,
dlaczego go...
be prepared to have these people...
No to teraz masz głowie przejebane. O, dał się wkręcić.
And one last thing, I've said it before, but the best way
Dzięki, zacząłem mieć mało
is
estu.
you choose the place to go.
Tak, mana mi się kończyła.
Say, right, let's go to Starbucks.
Nie mana, tylko amunicja.
Magazynek się kończył.
No.
O Boże.
Oh, and the final thing is, when I asked for photos,
ładnie.
they made the excuse,
Wszystko.
oh, no, we're Buddhist, we're Chinese, you can't take our photos, which is a load of nonsense.
Była ściana.
Take a photo together. Oh wait, so wait, Buddha can't take
Nie to.
Że ty właśnie ścianę nie trafiłeś? Czy ona zrobiła unik?
Jedynkę po prostu rzuciłem. I chuj.
Stay awesome, and I can finally get out of this ridiculous outfit.
Ja pierdolę.
Guess I can't get rid of the outfit. Just
Naturalna jedynka, kurwa, z minusowym modyfikatorem.
Z bardzo minusowym modyfikatorem.
Siła 3, kurwa. Ostatnio właśnie widziałem taką osobę, która miała siłę 3.
Co się z nią stało?
Nie wiem, jak ta osoba się poruszała.
No właśnie, co się z nią stało?
Nie wiem.
Na wózku jeździła?
Nie zdziwiłbym się. Pewnie nawet ubrań nie mogła nosić, bo nie uniosła tego.
Boże, golas.
Nawet i była też osoba, która w konstytucji miała 3. Bardzo szybko chyba umarła.
Stop abusing this... Boże. Ow. Fume Ultra Grey Sport. Tam są przedmioty.
To ja może w międzyczasie...
Czy ktoś z nas musi zawsze użyć w tym jednym miejscu generalnie?
A ja w międzyczasie...
Bardzo to ja już mam.
Idę umrzeć u siebie na świecie w międzyczasie, zdobywając jeden przedmiot, żeby już się po niego nie cofać. Z wami.
O Boże, to jest... Nie chcę nim walczyć.
Musisz. Czemu on już jest ranny?
Nie jest ranny?
Jest ranny?
Nie.
Nie jest ranny.
On nie jest ranny. Masz, podaję go. Ała. O, nic nie dropnął, ham. Nawet dusz nie dał, ej.
A nie wiem, nie patrzyłem.
Nawet dusz nie dał przecież. What the fuck?
Fuck it, worth it.
Po co zginąłeś?
Po fragment kości nieumarłego.
A, tam.
Nie chce mi się przez tą salę po raz kolejny przeżynać. Fakt faktem straciłem na niej humanity, ale jebać to humanity na dłuższą metę.
On the street you see a lot of these big chunky guys just sitting around doing nothing. And those guys, as soon as they get the call, they're going to rush in there, they're going to start to manhandle you, kind of intimidate you into paying. If you don't pay, they take you to your hotel, or they escort you to an ATM to get more money. And they use all these kind of intimidation tactics. And you as a tourist, you know, you're in a foreign land, you can't speak the language. Of course.
Gdzie będę?
O, wow.
Co?
Gdzie mam na was czekać?
Nie wiem, Mateusz?
Pod bossem? Chociaż nie.
Mamy jeszcze 2 razy bagna do
No bagna gdzieś.
Dobra, to czekam
przed
w opuszczonym grobowcu.
Przed opuszczonym grobowcem, żeby tam nie wchodzić znowu. Au! Kurwa. Padł mi od małe posłuszeństwa.
Nie dobrze.
Postawiłem znak
gdzie, kurwa?
Polutować.
Odbił go. Cwaniak.
He's going to go back to the UK or back to Australia or back to America, and he's going to tell everyone Chinese people are scammers, China is a terrible place, and his entire experience of China would have been ruined.
Boże, nienawidzę ich.
Scammers that are allowed to operate right underneath the noses of the police and the army right there, which really pisses me off because they're so easy to spot. They all have the same MO, and in fact, of course, they have the same brick and mortar establishments all around the
Przeciwcy są tak niesamowicie chamscy.
They take them always to the same places.
Backstapowałem go, gro. Znowu go backstapowałem, gro.
Jak widać, za słabo go backstapowałeś. Dobra, to ja się może wezmę tego. I odnowię miksturki. Przy którym bonfire jeszcze raz mam być?
Abandoned... coś tam.
Abandon coś tam, dobrze, poszukam.
O Jezus, stawiam przy abandonie, zaraz wracam.
Też już postawiłem.
To wiecie co? Ja pójdę wydać te dusze, co? 100 000.
Very then.
Też pójdę wydać te dusze.
Ja wiem, że bardzo chujową rzecz robię, ale prawie że wszystkie statystyki mam na 20.
Ja też.
Ja pierdolę.
Też tak mam. Ale teraz już zacznę chyba levelować z powrotem wiarę i inteligencję do 30. Farewell, Ashen One.
Farewell, Ashen One.
Już jestem.
Zobaczmy, zamiast tego wezmę to. Szkoda, że Toxic Mist nie mamy.
Poczekaj, Toxic Mist? Ja mam.
Masz? Masz już dostęp do Toxic Mist?
No ja już mam, więc... Chyba. Tak musiałbym się dostroić.
Ej, ja wiem czego zapomniałem. Quillan nie zebrałem.
No.
Good job.
Ja później sam tam pójdę.
Skażona mgła! To mam, tylko nie jestem w stanie z niej korzystać. 30 inteligencji.
Yes, sir, there are. There are several things approaching a neighborhood from a criminal perspective that you look for. Key things. First and foremost, I look for settled homes.
Gdzie ty, Mateusz, poszedłeś?
People who are of a socioeconomic status to be able to afford a particular type of home usually have disposable income. Meaning, from my perspective, that they have jewelry or ready cash that's available to be taken. Middle-class homes get hit less in burglaries just because of that. From me, anyway, from my perspective. In a neighborhood, I'm looking for well-kept homes, yards with really nice fences. Because if you can afford $10,000 to go around your home, and I'm sure the inside of your home is very nice. The things that would keep me from going into your home like that.
Ci chyba też są stosunkowo odporni.
No, woda, te sprawy.
They have availability of being wireless. The reason they do that is because it's easy
że to tak określę, Gwyn chyba wcale taki odporny na ogień nie był, a był z ognia.
No nic nie z wody. Woda jest przeciwnością ognia. Poza oni są w wodzie. Przede wszystkim. Tak!
Na szczegół.
So you don't have to worry about it. But with the cellular system, that's not.
Wow.
With the cellular system, you have to. It's a lot more inclusive, and it's hard to get the things that you need to defeat the system. It's really hard to find anybody selling a cell phone signal blocker. So, you know, the threat of just having someone having wireless and separate.
What?
Let me ask you this: people often ask, "Well, what about dogs? If they have a big dog that barks, is that a deterrent?"
Sometimes it can be, especially if they're extremely aggressive. But not always. Dogs can be a deterrent, but if you come to the front door and I knock on your front door, and just for personal knowledge, people that have these beautiful see-through front doors that I can see all the way through their house, that I can see from the front of their house to the back of their house, I can look from side to side into their home. If their dog's barking or whatnot, and their dog's running around, no matter what size the dog is going to understand that it's not the alpha male of the house. So it's going to run and try and find somebody if somebody's there. So sometimes a dog can be a telltale sign to me. Sometimes a dog will run over to a room and look and run back, and I'll know that person's not answering the door, but they're home. because the dog's not going to do that under normal circumstances, unless it's a really, really big dog that's really, really aggressive. My MO was I would disconnect the alarm system. Sometimes it would be a dog, and sometimes I would go up to the window and put my hand out just to see what the dog would do. If it's an extremely small dog, it's not a deterrent period. But a large dog that's real aggressive, it's going to make me think, do I really want to wrestle with this dog and have to spring and still risk being bitten by a sprayed dog who's really mad?
Yeah,
that sometimes can be a deterrent.
Let me ask you this on the same neighborhood.
Wszystkie susy już poszły mi.
There's usually two things that come up. The dogs.
I tak musimy się jeszcze dostroić.
If you're going to a neighborhood, you see someone, looking out the window at you, or maybe they walk out their front door to look at you. Is that a deterrent?
No, most certainly. I applaud the efforts of Neighborhood Watch, because there's been so many times that I've gone and cased a neighborhood and stayed away from that neighborhood because it was obvious to me that there were people out walking.
Papier. Wygrałem.
And it makes a lot of difference. It'll totally.
Z takim kamieniem to chyba ja wygrywam.
Yes, sir.
Wyrzucam kartkę papieru. Wygrałem.
Rzucam całym zeszytem.
So that's the whole reason of casing the homes.
A gdzie kula ognia siedzi w tym zestawieniu?
I'm a thief. I'm not proud to say that, but that's what I am. I'm a thief, and I don't want to come in contact with anyone, especially someone who can later identify. Neighborhood watch programs work. People may say no, they don't, or he's been told this or that.
Wszyscy macie tak tam duże HP.
Speaking from my heart.
Dobra, poszli. Dziękuję za pomoc, a teraz poszli.
Nie.
Because people in Richardson are so aware of who doesn't belong in their neighborhood. You drive down a cul-de-sac and make a turnaround, people are watching you.
Pomogę ci, Kacper.
Parts of North Dallas are the same way. That VIP program does work.
Dobra, to jeszcze raz do oczyszczenia bagna mamy, panowie.
If you go through the neighborhood, a particular house draws your attention, what is it about the house that you really want to pay attention to as to whether or not that's a house that you want to go in or pass by?
People need to empty their mailboxes. People need to have their neighbors pick their older newspapers up out of the lawn. Even if they're not there, for most burglars, I won't go in a home that doesn't look manicured because I don't believe that the people there have the money to manicure the lawn, therefore they don't have expendable income. But if you're in a neighborhood that's median income's probably $250,000 between the spouses a year, and the yard's not manicured, I just think they're on vacation. And I will go to that house. So picking up the mail, making sure that your neighbors take care of it. Also, like with their trash cans and stuff, instead of pulling their trash like on trash day, that's like a big thing. You can go through and see who's home and who's not just by the trash being there or not, by driving down the alley and looking. That's a big thing. From my perspective, I'm a personal trainer. That's what I did besides crime. I jog a lot. So it would be nothing for me to go through the neighborhood and not be noticed. I mean, I have tattoos, but I wear long sleeve shirts that wick moisture, so you really can't see my tattoos. If you stop me, my vernacular is not that of the common criminal. So with that said, I would case neighborhoods on foot by jogging or walking, and look at homes. And the homes that I'm looking for specifically have mail, specifically have
ostatnim razem spudłowałem. O właśnie w ten sposób.
Gdzie wy jesteście?
The front of the house. I'm looking for
do jaskini z bonusami poszliśmy.
If they're wireless, I'm not even gonna attempt it. I'm not gonna waste my time.
Tam gdzie jestem.
Because there's gonna be a response extremely quick.
Grzegorz Warkrusz Mrukuś.
Wiem gdzie.
A mile in 4 minutes like some people can. So I would be on the officer's radar, you know, jogging away from the home with valuables.
Hi.
But the front of the house versus the back of the house. The front of the house, I'm looking for visual pathways. What I mean by that is being able to see through the front windows into the home, or from the street at that, from the sidewalk, rather. And if I notice that there's not very many lights on in the home, or any lights on in the home, I'm going to walk up to the front door and knock on the front door versus ringing the
jakich łatwo zatruć.
I'm going to knock and knock and knock and
Jedna chmura.
Strasznie.
to make sure nobody's there. But in the process of doing that, I'm looking through the glass window.
Strasznie ich szybko zatruło.
There's really beautiful doors that I mentioned earlier, and I'm paying attention to reflections and shadows inside the home. You can't do that when there's lights on in the home.
Cookie.
I mean, I know that neighborhood watch tell people you need to keep a light on your home when you're not there, and that's true because it's a deterrent. But don't put the light on in the front room right by the window. Put the light on in the center of your home where it's not easily seen.
Tak.
Because you may be, a person may be occupied with the internet or television or movie or headphones, and if I can't see shadows coming from that light, it makes me weary. And I don't
To ja też.
It makes me as a burglar weary to go into that home.
Kamień też fajnie łamie Poiza z tego co widzę.
But just not in the front. Because if you're in the front and I can look and see your light source, and I can look at the light and knock on the door, and nobody comes, and I know they just turn the light on because they're not home. Right.
You look doesn't have anything to do with vehicles in the driveway or anything wrong.
Yes, sir.
Ja też.
Czyli trucizny.
If I see a vehicle,
O, to pierdol się.
I'm most certainly not there. It's a waste of my time. Why would I do that when people that aren't home generally don't park their cars?
Duże odłamki mogą dropnąć.
And as I said, I didn't want to come to contact with yeah, that's a major deterrent. Also, there's small appliances that people can buy that are timers. They can turn the lights off and on. They can turn a stereo off and on. They can turn a television off and on. They can turn a pre-recorded noise of your choice, your voice, your dog barking, any of that on. That's a very good device and it's very useful because if I come to your door, knock on your door, and it has a ultrasound or sonic, whatever it's called, a detector on it, and it sets it off when you knock on the door. Who is it? Right? I'm like, lots of times I'll walk away from the door before anybody even gets there because I don't really see it. So it would deter me from actually going to that home.
Now you say you want to look and see, across the house.
Yes, sir.
Once you feel comfortable that there's not a dog in the house, there's nobody home, what's your next step?
I'm looking for registration to the city for
Boże!
razy!
Fronczna.
Niestety nie.
Było tylko podwójne.
Powiedziałeś potrójne.
Powiedział potrójne. Panowie, trójcie go!
Ja zbieram luty.
Patrzcie.
Dobrze wam idzie.
That will deter me because just so many other people that are homeowners get that first year of alarm system for free and then don't never pay on it again because they figure I'll never get my house built. And they do.
At some point, you're going to
Się kurwa teleportowałem, żeby tylko go zgarnąć.
When you do that, how do you approach from the rear without drawing undue attention to the approach?
Sometimes I'll jog a street over
Zjednoczenia.
through several houses up and then jog down the alley and I already have counted how many houses
Dobra,
it
to
is
boss.
down the alley and I'll look
Kogo
to see whether or
pierwszego?
not they have their fence locked.
Bijemy go w 4 osoby.
I'll just climb their fence
No.
or flip over their fence so and do it as speedily as I can so that people
Czy
don't
wiecie
see
co?
me.
Czekajcie, ja pójdę po tam pod tam. Nie, nieważne. Jeden tam.
If I'm going down the alley
Nie
and I see
opłaca mi się.
anybody, that's a deterrent. I'm not even going to that
Nie, no
house that I
opłaca się.
space that I
Nie
know
chce mi się.
Koniec końców.
because this
Czekam
person
na znaki.
may have seen me. I would
A ja jak
go
już jestem
jog
w
back to
mieście,
my
to
vehicle,
ulepszę trochę broń.
drive to a totally different neighborhood because of that.
Chyba nie
To
mogę.
poczekaj, to ja pójdę ulepszyć
It's
broń też.
very hard to get around neighborhood wise.
Prawdopodobnie nie mam nic do zwątpienia, niestety nie.
Straining to try and outmaneuver them.
Nie, to nie będę z
I
jednego
was jogging
wzmocniał broni.
through, I'm not going to name the neighborhood, But I was jogging through a neighborhood, and I immediately became aware.
Czy ja mam coś, co mogę ci sprzedać i jakoś kurwa na tym chociaż trochę zarobić? Potrzebuję
Estusy ulepszcie.
Ulepszyłem.
They're watching me, right? So they didn't make it obvious, but I knew who it was. And so I jogged down another street, and I saw the same person again. And I said, well, they're watching.
O, ciężkie kamienie, mogę sprzedać kurwa wszystkie.
Most certainly spend hours out casing and preparing beforehand. Walking those alleys, being seen. People could have looked out
kogo
the
tego
window
pornie
and seen
przywołuje?
me 4 or 5 times in the same alley in a day.
To gdzie się spotykamy?
And call the police.
Tam gdzie wcześniej, tam gdzie teraz byliśmy.
Robowiec.
Abandon tomb.
That would have deterred me. That would have killed everything that I was doing. All the hours that I had invested into getting acquainted with that area. And, you know, nobody did.
From your experience, there's still a lot of people that don't pay sufficient attention to what's going on in their neighborhood.
Most people in the neighborhoods, cul-de-sacs, yes. Because, I mean, it's inevitable that you see everybody every day in a cul-de-sac. But in a linear street design, no. You don't know who your neighbors are for the most part. 5 houses down the
Boże, ja trzymałem 3T.
So,
Bonshardy.
housewarming parties. Getting together.
Abandoned Top czy Demon Ruins? Demon Ruins.
Abandoned.
Dlaczego? Demon Ruins jest bliżej.
Being acquainted with each other as a society.
Nie chcę mi się już teleportować.
No to ja przed bossem poczekam. Tak tam musisz pójść.
Weź w tym jest końców.
And right now, where I'm incarcerated at, there's a lot of pedophiles.
Zaaplikowałem średnie leczenie do swojego bindu.
So, it may not just be a white guy that's properly spoken, that's jogging, it looks like he's really jogging. He may not just be a burglar. He may be a murderer, a rapist, a pedophile. People need to know that it's okay to call the police on somebody they don't know that's in their neighborhood. Because I was in a lot of neighborhoods and had no business being there. And it's really, really important that people get to know each other. And it's really good foundation of protecting your home is awareness of who's around you, right? Yeah. And so people need to get out and meet each other more in the neighborhoods. But yeah, that's a big thing. If somebody
don't be afraid. I think what I'm hearing you say too.
Musimy zabić tego bossa, zanim ona zginie. To jest najtrudniejsza część.
Or a suspicious vehicle. Or maybe both. Hey, I've seen the guy on foot and I've seen him in the vehicle. Something's up.
Right.
Truciznę.
Drove by and looked and then
Truciznę, przygotujcie panowie.
Jog by and go to the door. What was that about? Right? Sometimes I would drive my vehicle because like
już jest zapruty. Jedna wystarczy, jeżeli trochę w niej posiedzi.
And you know that you've never seen me at that home before, and I'm beating the door literally.
Wow.
Ała!
Oj, to będzie
trudne. Nas wszystkich.
No, praktycznie.
O!
Zwłaszcza, że ona prawie zginęła.
So if you were, I mean, a guy that's knocking on the door out in the middle of the morning, that could be step one.
Yes, most definitely. Somebody walking up after UPS has dropped off a package on the door.
O, ja się teleportuję, ja się sojusz do...
They've got this, I was watching on television the other day, what they were calling package pilots.
Oh, what?
People that follow UPS trucks around and steal whatever they drop off. That same technique applies to brokers because they know you're not home.
Nie przesuwaj mnie przed siebie! Pamie! Jak chcę być pod tobą.
Nobody's scared of the UPS guy with a great big brown truck parked in the front yard. So if you're not opening the door, that's telling me that you're not home. There's been times that I've broken into homes that people did not answer their door. And I ended up in the home 2 or 3 steps before I actually heard something and backed out and left. Or that I've dropped a glass window and I heard a woman say, "Oh my God," and I've left. Actually, one time, to her son, and said, "Go
Wszyscy
get the
to
gun."
kurwa przeżyliśmy jakoś.
But people not answering their doors and things like that, I can understand why you wouldn't do it.
To ci na
But
wkurzowi.
Jak to tam...
if I knock on your
Jak no
door,
tam... Jak to tam wyszło,
and you don't
tak?
answer,
Nie
I'm
wiem,
really
ale
knocking on your door.
przeżyliśmy. Ja przeżyłem. Wszyscy mi się skończyło, ja przeżyłem.
And you still don't answer.
Jentas przeżył
to me,
nawet.
that's like, well,
To
they're
nic najdziwniejsze, Kasper zginął.
Would you recommend to someone that if that happens, there's someone
Teraz był szyb iść po jej set.
aggressively on the door, to at least go.
Poczekaj z
obviously
pójściem
not
po set,
open
jak
the
już
door,
wszyscy i tak
but,
będziemy musieli
make
tam
verbal
iść.
contact.
No.
What do you want?
No dobra,
Right,
ale
if
level i
it's
tak
a woman
ogarnąć.
and they're worried about an intruder and they're just trying to stay in the shadows, grab the telephone and pretend like you're on the telephone and come to the door and say, just a minute, I'm on the telephone. And to me, that's a deterrent.
Zdecydowanie
Two reasons. Number one, you're home. Number two, you have communication with someone else. So if I am a home invader instead of a burglar, there's communication there, you're with someone else. So if something happens to you, they have access to the police. It's just a smart way around that predicament right there.
So you would say, don't ignore the door.
Niestety na to mam za mało slotów, tak więc lecimy.
Right. Even if you're standing 10 feet away and you're like, yeah, who is it?
Poczekam przed bossem w takim
such
razie
and
też.
such. Well, I don't know you. Right? And if you stay there, I'm calling the police. That'll
Czekam na
certainly
znaki,
deter
panowie.
anyone that's got evil intent in mind.
Now you're at the rear of the house, and now you're getting ready to make your entry.
Yes, sir.
Is there a particular way that you prefer to make entry into the house?
Yes,
you know,
sir.
some guys like to go through
Stawiłem
doors,
znak i
some
zaraz
prefer
wracam.
windows. Some, you know, is there a certain way that you prefer?
Yes, sir. There is, and for particular reasons. Homes these days have those large double-paned windows that are they're not shatter windows, the ones that have safety glass in them. And they're very loud. And if you break a pane of it, it's loud, extremely loud. So I would choose doors that have safety glass and use a center punch to knock out the glass in the window. So I'd enter that way because it's a lot quieter. And essentially just pull my hoodie up and step through. And that would take out a lot of the noise.
You just basically use your body to go through, and it doesn't make enough noise to
Draw
concern
attention,
you. Yeah,
right? It
draw
doesn't make
attention.
enough noise there. But there's also other ways. You have those marbled windows for bathrooms that are thin. I'm 5'10". I weigh 215 pounds right now. You wouldn't think that I'd be able to get through there, but I can. The same theory applies with the glass. It doesn't make much noise because it's marbled. Push it in. I could grab the molding from the outside of the window, and I'm physically strong enough to pull the molding out, step up, push my breath out of my chest to where I have no inhalation of air, and squeeze, wiggle through, catch my breath on that side, and finish pulling myself through. Now, I know those windows are enabled to be protected by most alarm systems. People do not understand how important it is to have a glass breaking, the one that sounds from glass breaking alarm. I call it a sonic alarm. I don't know what's true name, but
Glass sensor.
Glass
Dobra,
sensor,
jest
right.
otrucie.
So that would detect that. That's one point of entry where a lot of people are
Co to było?
Wow.
doggy doors. at
Nie
the
wiem,
back of the
prawie
house.
mnie zmiótł.
I went into a home that had a very large dog.
Wow.
Nie przez ściany.
Doggy door.
Do mnie, panowie, do mnie. Będzie
Bo ja wiem, gdzie ty jesteś.
Bot do mnie, kurwa. Bot! Nie gin!
I said, well, the alarm system. I got to go back out through that doggy door.
Au.
So the doggy door gave me
Kurwa.
instant access to the bathroom. Also, you have those sliding windows that are up higher. And lots of people think, well, nobody can get up there. And it's too small of a space.
Ja go nawet lubię, tylko coś teraz bardzo nieprzyjemne ataki wyprowadza.
No.
O. A nie, to nie byłby.
Jo.
Best way to protect
Na kogo
those,
leci?
against invasion is with bar.
Na
Nie.
Kaspra.
Bota.
Na Kaspra.
Just wiggle the window inside the frame without very much. From the back part of the house perspective,
Silne ataki tym toporem nadal go bolą.
some people that have those large oval windows
Bot.
over their bathtubs, that are stained glass. They look like stained glass, but they're not stained glass.
What?
They shatter, and they're kind of stringy. It's kind of like they've got some
przeżyje. Ała! Ja nie
Strasznie trudno go zatruć, kurwa.
Those windows
Zatruć?
right there are hard to protect except for
Boże.
glass.
Trąci z równowagi.
Krwawienie. Nie, krwawienie, strasznie ciężko chodzi.
There's a glass sensor in.
No nie wiem, czy go w ogóle można wykrwawić.
A, znowu na mnie.
Kurwa. Go ahead and do it. The cellular is very important, but also glass sensors.
To leci!
Even if they do cut the wires.
Umrzyj w końcu. Wybuch.
These days aren't willing to pay.
O, zapomniał.
Kucper, uciekaj.
Because if I bust your back window and alarm system goes off, it's not just contained.
Boże, bot przeżył nawet. Co jest nie tak? Coś tam za to idzie.
Coś tu nie działa.
Cut off the alarm.
Coś za prostu idzie.
Then, I mean, there's huge horns outside. Sound like D-Day. I'm running.
Let me ask you this. Once you are inside the house, how much time are you comfortable actually spending?
Ja się bawiłem w leczenie.
You know, some people say that they want to get in and out in 60 to 90 seconds.
Dobra, czekam za znakami.
Seems very fast. What would be more realistic?
5 to 7 minutes.
Postawiłem znak.
If I go in a house, it's because I'm sure that I've defeated the alarm system, and the only thing that I'm worried about is someone coming home. I'm not there to steal anything but jewelry and readily available cash, which I say only. That was somebody's jewelry and cash that I was stealing, and it was ridiculous that I was doing that. But with that said, 5 to 7 minutes, I can go all the way through your home and know everything that you have, pull out every drawer, and even take your safe.
So being the target is jewelry and cash.
Yes, sir.
Are you going to hit the master bedroom first? I
Yes,
mean,
sir.
once you go in, you've got to make a choice
Yes,
as
sir.
to where in the house you're going to go.
Yes, sir, exactly. The master bedroom, even with two-story homes, the master bedroom is generally on the first floor. So as I'm casing the home, I make a decision about where the master bedroom is, about what I would consider that floor plan may be, and that would be exactly what I would do first. I would go through the window.
A I tak próbuję go wykrwawić.
First, I'm going to the alarm system to see whether or not the alarm system is armed or whether it's ready. Ready, lots is confusing to a lot of people. But when you see it say ready, when you're thinking, well, it's ready to go off. But no, it's ready to be on. So I would go up and look to see what it says and see whether or not there was a warning on it for intrusion. Because some alarm system goes off. And I go look at that alarm to see what kind it is from the inside to see whether or not it's cellular. Because some people may not put this new sign in the yard. New signs in the yard that say wireless will deter anyone that's got any brains or including knowledge of what they're doing.
Dash, uwaga. Na bota.
Na bota.
Wireless alarm, yes. Why there's no defeating. By the time that you can cut the wires outside, when you go into the home, even if they didn't have the glass breaking feature on their home, when you do go into the home, most of the techniques in the home weren't aware of. Shows off. Well, you're thinking, okay, I cut the wires.
Nie!
So, and
skombował mnie.
A short time later, you'll find out differently because the officers will show up.
Na mnie.
So it'd save your property, to say the least. But the person who puts that sign in their yard and at the back of their home, it's very important to put signs in the back of their home. Because some burglars don't even case the front. Some burglars just jump in backyards and look at windows. And if you put that cellular, wireless feature there, sign, like I saw
trudniej go zatruć, jak jest w tej postaci.
that now say wireless on them, didn't used to.
Nie wiem.
Just so people know. That there's a
3 chmury na niego było potrzeba.
And there's no point doing it. Officers are going to be there in such a short period of time, even if you were capable of burglarizing that home within 90 seconds. It's not. unless you're knocking the door down, running in there, grabbing the jewelry, running out. And most burglars aren't.
Chodź go zabić.
Udało się wam? Prawda?
Powiem tak, Kacper może go zabić, ale nie wiem, czy bot mu przeżyje.
Is there any other part of the house that you may check? Or do you feel like, okay,
cholerny pierścień zagłady.
I want to check the master bedroom because I'll do it very fast. I know what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for a bunch of electronics and stuff, so I would go straight to the jewelry. I would go straight to the women's boudoir. I'm looking specifically for their jewelry. Men don't really wear a lot of jewelry. Women do. So I would go to their items first. On the way out, I might check the men's to see if he has watches or whatever. Go into the master bedroom closets because sometimes there's stand-up racks of jewelry racks in there. Also, I'm looking at the men's side of the closet for a safe, and I know that from experience.
Właśnie się wycofuję z walki.
Bot ci zginął.
Go from there. At that time, I'll probably been in the house 3 minutes, and I'd walk around and look for an office because some people keep credit cards.
Tomek, nie możesz zginąć, ty jesteś main damage dealerem tam. Ja tam jestem maskotką. Ja tam tylko wyglądam. I próbuję go wykrwawić, co mi się skutecznie nie udaje.
Skutecznie nie udaje?
People really need to pay attention to their offices.
Successfully failed, kurwa mać.
Because I can go in there and get lots of times people's financial records, get their account numbers,
successfully failed the mission.
If I was into identity theft instead of just being a burglar, I'd probably be in a lot more trouble right now than what I am. I'm in a lot of trouble right now. Don't doubt that. My rear end is smoking from the Allen
Kacper?
Mało mi pasuje fashion sense w tej zbroi w tym momencie.
People really need to lock away those items.
Możliwe, że później ją sobie zamienię.
Nie przywołuj Tomek. Tomek, Kacper. Wystarczy, że Tomka przywołujesz.
You know, you can replace a piece of jewelry.
Yes, sir.
You can replace gold or cash.
But your records for your banking records and your credit, that's terrible.
It's tough.
Right.
It's a long
process. Fajne, ale nie do tej broni.
Like not even expired, sitting there. I've seen passports. I've seen social security cards.
No przecież dopiero się przywołuje.
That I would ever need.
Tomek, idziesz?
And I never have.
Krzywdzę cię.
I don't plan on doing anything again. I'm fixing to go away for a very long time.
Let me ask you this. This question comes up often, particularly from ladies. If you had a sister or a close friend or a relative that would come to you,
wszystkich trafił.
And I want to keep it in the house, but I don't know where to keep it.
Jeszcze ten atak.
Well, don't keep it in the master bedroom. That's the first place to look. Where would you tell me? Is that a dependable thing?
Ała! Dobra, poradzić sobie.
Even in 5 to 7 minutes, I don't have time to catch you. I don't have time to check the house. There are ways of hiding from people unless they're just in your house for a very long time. I'll also say this: if I go into your home and you live in $1 million home, and I go in there and I look at your jewelry, and the only thing out are Kenneth Cole watches, I want to be suspicious, and that's going to make me look. Right.
So you're going to start checking other places.
Yeah, I'm going to look in the fridge.
Kurwa, kamera mi troszkę...
I'm going to check the Barbasol cans, screw down
odpierdala na tym
all
bosie.
the different things like that. If a person's trying to hide their jewelry away from some place, a person that they're thinking they're going to get burglarized, put it in your garage and mix it in with your toolbox. Or in your ceiling. I mean, there's
pierścień, kurwa, jebany pierścień.
If you're just storing it away, or if it's
like
your
leczenie jeszcze jakieś? Uwaga, drugi pierścień.
Go put it away.
2 pierścienie.
And I'll tell you this, heirloom jewelry.
No co jest?
I stole some.
Umrę tu.
I was made aware.
Nie zbliżaj się do tego, Kacper, Boże.
Tomek, za mną był pierścień, przede mną był pierścień. Kurwa!
So my morals weren't really great.
Nie biegnij w kierunku pierścienia!
Kurwa zajebał 6 albo 7 pierścieniami pod rząd, skurwysyn!
Jezu.
Straszne. Chował się kurwa w tej samej animacji.
To było straszne.
So people that have their grandfather's watches, have rings from their mom that passed away, put them away, you know, because you never know what's going to happen.
Are you, when you're exiting the house,
sure,
do you always exit the same way you entered, or how does that come into play?
If I was successful in getting in the home through that area, it depends on the alarm system's on. The alarm system
Normalnie moja
says
postać
ready,
to wygląda jak z
I'll
Bloodborne'a
walk out the
teraz.
front door, like I live there. But if the alarm system's on, I've defeated and found entry into a home anyway, then I'll pretty much leave the way I came, because that, I mean, it's a safe exit.
Did you ever worry that if you go in and I know you've, you know, in the course of committing burglaries, you've probably had unexpected things happen. In other words, you go to break a window and it makes a lot more noise than you thought. Did you ever back off and say, hey, I'm just going to hide somewhere and see what happens?
Te kurwa łotę!
Sure, not necessarily a window, but there are alarm systems that I wasn't sure whether or not they were cellular, and I would cut the wires from that alarm system and then go about my business of entering the home or setting up to enter the home by dropping the window on the back glass, and then the alarm would go off. I was prepared for it to go off. I'd step in, go into the home, physically actually go into the home, find where the alarm's at. Not the box on the wall, but the actual clarion alert. It makes the clarion go beep, 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 beep. Beeper, right? It's loud. And jump up, knock it off the wall. And then run out the house and then jog wherever I'm going. And drive back by maybe 15 minutes later. Because if a call's been made about the home, they're going to drive by and also shoot it. Because they're going to call the alarm system.
Ow. Sure. Particularly if they see any kind of forced entry or attempted forced entry. If you were going to imagine yourself standing tonight, let's say you were going to speak to
A na mnie!
O,
Albo na ciebie? Nie jestem pewien.
somebody would say to you,
Pierścień.
anything we can do to our house,
jaki... A,
so
ten
it's not an
pierścień.
alarm. How would you
The easiest thing.
Weź, baby, jak już tu podeszłaś, chodź.
Znowu pierścień?
Shutter.
Nie wiem.
When you're not home. Make sure.
Kto rzuca kurwa milionem noży?
To your alarm.
Nie znam.
From the back door. Sometimes
Pierścień.
I would go up and look into
Nie.
a
Ciekawe,
home,
które...
and I would look beside the door, and I would see that, hey,
Ten w
alarm
miarę
system's
dobry
not
nawet.
here. I know they have an alarm
Ej,
system.
ej, ej,
So I would
ej,
go
ej.
to the backyard and use my telephone and pull up, pick up the camera, and focus it in where I know the alarm system's got to be, and sit there and move my fingers out, which will enlarge the picture, and sit there and look at it and look at the colors. So putting up your box where it can't be readily seen when you arm your alarms.
Stoję.
Doing the shutter is going to deter some people.
Próbujesz go unikać, nie udaje się.
It's going to deter some people. The box
Próbujesz go unikać, on ci nie może trafić.
Jeszcze raz.
Just a timer, electronic timer to turn electricity on and off, switch throughout your house. It's really going to deter people. Putting a sticker
Serio?
at your front door that says that our alarm system's current with Plano PD or Allen PD or Richardson or Dallas PD, and we have a direct link to them. This is our certificate number or whatever, right? That's definitely going to be a deterrent because I know that alarm system
Wiecie, że ciężko jest
fresh
się
and up to
dać
date, which makes me think that
zabić.
the sign that doesn't say it's cellular or wireless, it's just an old sign because the sign's new, the sticker's new.
No.
That's a deterrent.
Kurwa, prawie go trucizna zdążyła wykończyć, zanim on wykończył
exactly.
mnie.
Keeping up to date on their security. Putting signs in your yard that say wireless alarm system, whether you have it or not.
Ej, kolejny ember jak psów w
Probably
dupę.
80% of burglars.
Is there anything as far as door hardware or lock hardware? Or, would a solid door be better than a door with glass?
Sure.
I mean,
Most certainly.
if you that might be a surprise. You go around to the rear of a home, and it's a dang solid door. So then you're either going to look at a window or you're going to move on.
Move on because the windows make too much noise. Sure. One of the things that I looked for were doors that I could see all the way through. And I would drive by and look. I'm like, oh yeah, I can see from the front of their house to the back. I can see their back fence to their front door. So, I mean, those doors are beautiful. And I can understand why people like them. But in a criminal perspective, that's an invitation. So if you don't want a person casing your home through the front door when you're not home, change your door out. Or get a camera. And don't mount the camera up in the corner. Where I can
kurwa, na sam początek?
Baseball cap and sunshades and look down and still look all in the corner. You never know who's at your front door. That doesn't deter me. Because I'm like, well, it's not going to see me. Yes, I have tattoos that I've already stated. When I was casing homes or anything illegal, I always wore long sleeves.
Tym kamieniem to mam chyba większy DPS, szczerze mówiąc. Zdecydowanie tym kamieniem mam większy DPS.
Od czego?
Od machania toporem.
Prawda?
I tak to wygląda. Mam wrażenie, że szybciej jesteśmy teraz w tej fazie. Pierścień.
You're going to have to search this house probably for an hour to find wherever the stash of boxes recorded. So, I mean, it just may be a wireless device. Now people can look at from those cameras to see who's at their homes. So it's just a major deterrent. Having a good set of locks, having a kicker plate on the door, the one around the edge where a person just can't readily wedge something in there.
Wow.
That steel plate all the way around. It's almost impossible to defeat. You're gonna have to try and kick the
Wybuch. Bot! Wybuch!
It's gonna make so much
noise.
They're gonna be like, what's going on next door? So that's a major deterrent.
Kamień.
Those double-plated glass.
Naprawdę!
I know that people are like, oh, it's like insulation glass, and they are. But there's a version of them that you can get.
Chyba przeszło, mam nadzieję.
Nie, już nie dostaliśmy.
When they crack it, it sounds like a thunderbolt. It sounds terrible.
A nie dostałem duszy.
I could take that center punch and push on that window, and it goes
14 duszy, ja mam 6000.
really loud. I was like, whoa, that's how I found out about it the first time. I was like, oh, this door's not, because it was a metal door at the back of a home that I couldn't get through with that center punch. I was going to go through the window. And so I hit it with a
się bałem, bo gotułem w życiu słuchawkami.
Byłem zajęty rozmową i jakoś wyszło i niemożliwe, żebyście nie dostali już, bo ja dostałem duszę.
Nie mówię, że dostałem. Dobra. W końcu idziemy po moje bronie. Tak.
Dla mnie przerwa teraz, bo muszę iść do sklepu.
Nie!
Tak.
Jak wrócisz, to ja kurwa będę musiał iść do pracy.
Kurwa, sobie poradzę.
Ham.
Czekaj.
Zaraz
wracam, zaraz zobaczę.
Biegnij.
Security glass, like I'm looking at this right there. At the back of your home, that little rounded glass thing, I'm thinking, oh, this guy's got high-tech security. He may not be advertising it, but he's got it, and I don't want to mess with that. When I was doing this, my morals were really low because of drug use. But when I came out of the stupor that drugs had me in, and I realized the things that I had done, no matter what the reasons were, I felt a lot of guilt. I felt ashamed.
Gdzie jest ten w sumie?
So thank you for giving me this chance to
Gdzie się pojawia? Nekromantka ta. Nekromantka? Pyromantka. Kasper? Halo? Kasper? Halo?
Nie mam ani telefonu załadowanego, ani słuchawek, tak więc jeszcze chwila.
Pytanie, gdzie się ta piromatka pojawia?
Ona się nie pojawia, ona się, znaczy, jej set się pojawia tam, gdzie piromantę ogarnąłeś.
Już jestem.
Show it here, quick. The primal pyromancy is known only to...
Gdzie teraz idziemy?
Nie mam pojęcia. Posejdża.
Albo dokończyć zbieranie tomów. Jeden chuj tak naprawdę.
Obojętne mi to.
Chociaż tego tomu i tak na razie nie damy, więc można skoczyć rzeczywiście po Sage'a. A ja zasadniczo najpierwej idę zobaczyć po set.
Też pójdę po set. Czekajcie, znaleźliśmy piromantę tam, gdzie myślę.
W klatce.
No to mówię, że tam gdzie myślę. Jej, set jest. Dobra, po Sage'a.
Sage to będzie...
Crucifixion Woods.
Tak. Postawiłem znak. Pobawię się tym. To jest godzina 14. Nie, jeszcze mam czas.
Ktoś mnie już inwajdował.
Szybko.
Lecę i stawiam znak, ale najpierw muszę dostroić czar. Swoją drogą, co to kurwa jest za piromancja? Coś takiego. Dobra, połuszcza ukrzyżowań?
Crucifixion Woods. Gdzie jest tam?
Postawiłem znak.
Tak, gdzieś idzie.
O, kurwa się laguje. Ma Straight Sworda oczywiście.
Lux Sworda.
Lux Sworda. Dobra, idziemy teraz na bossa, nie wiem czy się chce nam walczyć z nim.
Pewnie nie.
Zwłaszcza ma kurwa takie lagi typ. A przynajmniej nie jest chamski.
Jesteś pewien? Bo ja nie.
Chyba czegoś nie przewidziałeś, gościu.
Tego damage'a nie przewidział.
Chuj, że straciłem. Dużo mamy.
Jeszcze jeden typ tu jest. O Boże.
Chodź na górę, biegnij. Kurwa.
Idę. Oni się nie skończą nigdy. Idziemy. Chodź, Kasper. Na nich wyjebane mam.
O, dajesz.
Moją drogą, że gościu kurwa nie zauważył, że mu na plecy wlazłem.
Ta.
Boże, ten...
Boże! Magazynki! Jezu, już jest tego skopiowany?
Nie, teraz będzie skopiowany.
Dobra, kopie będą wychodzić i... Nie rozumiem, po co te kryształy są rozpione, skoro one damage nie dodają.
Też nie wiem. Pewnie miały coś robić, no ale...
Coś mi nie wyszło. Czekaj, to był prawdziwy?
To widać.
Jej, w końcu sale zrobiony.
To ładnie wyszło, muszę przyznać.
Musimy zaraz zrobić taki ostrzech.
Tylko ja nie mam tego.
Drugą biorę Firestorma.
Nie mam tego, bo nie mam Quillak tego.
Ale to nie było z Quillak.
To nie było, to było z duszy
bossa. To jest z duszy bossa.
Tak więc u mnie
Duszy
teraz...
bossa? Ej, poczekaj, to ja pójdę po to.
Postawiłem
Powtarzam,
znak.
ktoś mi inwajduje.
Postawiłem znak.
Kasper jeszcze jest z tobą, nie jestem tutaj sam, wiesz?
Dobra.
Guten Tag. Cichy powinien się odpowiedzieć butem w mordę.
Ale znam tylko po holendersku.
Jak jest po holendersku?
Chujem w dach.
Chujem w dach, tak. Bądź coś podobnego, generalnie rzecz biorąc. I ja wiem. Mój brat pracuje w Holandii. Więc zdążyłem już z tego spiać.
O, jest hamem.
Crucifixion Woods. Cichy. Cichy?
Po co mnie ta wiedza?
O właśnie po to. Postawiłem znak. Co się stało? Co się stało?
Dużą kulką ognia go trafiłem.
I?
Znaczy powiem tak, najpierw go zbackstapowałem, potem jak uciekał, dostał kulą ognia w plecy.
Oła.
Za resztę życia.
Czyli na 2 hity typ spadł.
No. Dobra, idziemy, bo nie ma czasu. Zaraz tutaj jakiś chuj przyjdzie. I tak, Mateusz, zacząłem cię przyzywać.
Zauważyłem, wiesz?
Krystalgam? Z niego poleciał? Ciekawe. Znowu kurwa ten przyszedł. Dobra, pierdolisz was, ja sobie potem później przyjdę po tego lizarda po prostu.
This was my idea. By my invitation, I have given up half of my time, approximately. I'm giving equal time and the last word to an expert who really knows something about what I'll be talking about. I'm opening myself up to the possibility of contradiction. I was a criminal defense attorney when I was in private practice, so I want to make sure, in fairness to you, if I'm misleading you or giving you a slanted or one-sided presentation, you'll be able to get the last word.
Ładować broń!
The Fifth Amendment to the United States
Cel!
No person shall be
Pal!
Ognia!
unfortunate event that has gotten a bad rap in recent times. Much of it tragically and unnecessarily through, as you
Oczywiście
can
wydaje...
see,
Czy...
headlines.
What? On tam stał i nic... Już? Koniec? Wiecie, że u mnie nawet walka się nie zaczęła? U mnie się nawet walka z bossem nie zaczęła, nawet nie miałem takiego tego.
Spoko.
Boss mi się zbugował.
Bugi.
What? Gdybym miał odpowiednio dużo many, to bym go zabił, jeszcze jakbyś tak jak mówiłeś tego, że nie wystarczyło. Kumany widok.
Jak się fajnie tymi pyromantami cheezuje wrogów, cheezuje bossów.
No.
Nie wiem, generalnie staminy zabrakło.
Staminy i many mi
Wystarczy
zabrakło.
tylko na 2. Ja tylko 2 rzuty starczy staminy niestety.
To mi też.
Czekam za znakami.
Gdzie? To trzeba przejść samemu.
U ciebie już u wszystkich już zrobiliśmy Sage'u?
Nie, u Kasper jeszcze nie robiliśmy. No tak, zapomniałem. Sorry.
Now, here's the easiest question you'll ever get from a client in all the days of your life. Question, hey, the police are here, they want to talk to me. What should I do? Well, I could give you my answer to that question in case you haven't already guessed it, but why don't we go to a real expert, Justice Robert Jackson. A prosecutor's prosecutor. Like me, he began his private practice in Buffalo, New York, years before I did. And after that, he served as general counsel for the Bureau of Internal Revenue, the U.S. Department of Treasury, the Security and Exchange Commission, Assistant U.S. Attorney General for the Tax Division, later the Solicitor General and the Attorney General of the United States, and then the Chief U.S. Prosecutor for the Nuremberg trials. That's an impressive resume. Years later, when he was a justice on the Supreme Court, Justice Jackson stated, quote, any lawyer worth his salt, today we would say his or her, will tell the suspect, his client, in no uncertain terms to make no statement to the police under any circumstances. There's the title of my talk. I'm here to explain to you the surprising and somewhat counterintuitive and admittedly unlikely reasons why Justice Jackson was right. I'm reminded of this because I'm amazed, we're all amazed, by the frequency with which we see newspaper articles coming out all the time from people who really ought to know better, who say, well, I'll talk to the police. I mean, after all, I'm a senator. I'm O.J. Simpson. I'm an experienced, highly polished individual. I've got a lot of experience with public relations, even criminal defense attorneys.
Ten kafe to ma kurwa pecha.
Just a couple of months ago, about an experienced criminal defense lawyer
Na nas tylko trafia.
convicted of criminal assault.
Kiedy my wybitnie nie mamy ochoty z nim walczyć.
Another attorney in the hallway. There were no other witnesses to this.
Zwłaszcza, że jest chujem.
Grabbed her by the throat during an argument over a case. He denied it. At trial, it was his word against hers. He said, I did not even touch her.
Panowie, szybko.
Unfortunately for him, when the police had approached him earlier and said, would you be willing to answer some questions? He said, sure, why not? I'm an attorney. I'm a criminal defense attorney. I'm savvy. I'm sophisticated. I've got
3, 2, 4, 6, 5, 4, 4, 3. Wrócił do domu.
62 510. Dajcie mu zacząć kastować.
Za późno.
Ale już i tak uciekał.
He said he did put his hand on her throat, but just as a joke. Then he had to take his hand again and say, that's not true. I never said that. I never admitted to you that I now it's put against you.
Mam cię.
We'll never know for sure, but he was found guilty. Now, here's part of the problem.
Te dwie kryształowe włócznie dusz przeleciały mi koło ucha.
Ej, co mnie szatkuje?
And the virtually infinite variety of factual circumstances that might trigger an investigation into a possible violation of the law make it difficult for anyone to know just when a particular set of statements might later appear to a prosecutor to be relevant to some investigation.
Ciekawe czemu.
One expert on criminal law recently noted that estimates of the current size of the body of federal criminal law vary, although it has been reported that the Congressional Research Service can no longer even count the current number of federal crimes. That's right.
No co teraz do Teresa?
These laws are scattered over all 50 pages of the U.S. Code, encompassing roughly 27,000
Gdzieś tutaj,
pages.
nie, czekaj, czego ty szukałeś, Mateusz?
Statutes often incorporate by reference to the provisions of administrative regulations. Estimates of how many such
Miecze.
regulations exist are even less well settled, although the ABA thinks there may be nearly 10,000.
No, one są w tym.
10,000 federal criminal statutes on the book that you probably never heard about. It's called the Lacey Act. 16 U.S.
No, tam gdzie idziemy teraz.
says it's a federal offense For any person to import, export, transport, sell, receive, acquire, or purchase
to są tam przeciwnicy, którzy drapią te miecze.
Or plant, taken, possessed, transported, or sold in a violation of any law, treaty, or regulation.
Boże, jak to fajnie niukuje wrogów.
No. Zauważyłem. No nie, na 2.
No.
Dobra, nie, na hita.
Hitowało.
Ale tych dużych na hita.
Tych dużych tak.
Kurwa, podoba mi się to.
A lobster that's under a certain size. Some states forbid you from possessing a lobster if he's under a certain length. It doesn't matter if he's dead or alive. It doesn't matter if you killed it or if he died of natural causes. It doesn't even matter if you acted in self-defense. Did you know that? Did you know it can be a federal offense to be in possession of a lobster? Admit it. Raise your hand if you did not know that. There's the problem. And that's only one of 10,000 different ways. You know, the government gets pretty upset when people like me instruct the client, people like me and Justice Jackson. Don't talk to the police, don't answer any questions. You know,
czyli co, teraz do katedry?
You've got 10,000 different ways of convicting us. Good for you, but you know,
o nie, będzie to przeprawa prawie przez bankę.
No nie, z tą piromacją to będzie spacer, kurwa, po tym.
Zwłaszcza, że tutaj jest tyle rzeczy wrażliwych na ogień.
And he told me, hey, I've been approached by the Internal Revenue Service. They want to ask me a couple of questions. They asked if I'd be willing to. But they say that I'm not a suspect, and I know.
Czyli teraz przechodzimy do Easy Game Easy Life momentu.
No.
There's no man on earth.
Znaczy w końcu.
Nacierpieliśmy, żeby tu dotrzeć.
No.
O Jezu!
To się chyba bawi właśnie.
To się będą zauważył fajną rzecz.
Let me just spell it out for you. Let me make it plain to all of you. These are the top 10 reasons. I don't want to actually really lie to you. I don't really have 10. I don't have time for 10. But I've got time for 8, and that'll be close enough. Number 1, and this really ought to be good enough. Contrary to what you laymen instinctively and naturally suppose, it cannot help. There is no way
w końcu mogę powiedzieć, że piromanta jest trochę mniej useless niż miałem o nim opinię.
Officer Brook, you've interviewed thousands of criminal suspects. Have you ever, how many times in your experience, have you approached someone, asked if you could ask him some questions because prior to the interview you had some evidence pointing to his possible guilt? And because of the extraordinary persuasiveness and eloquence with which he articulated his innocence, you said, oh, sorry, never mind. Bad call, my bad, I won't, and he talked you out of arresting him. Never. Never, it never happens. I've often asked other criminal defense attorneys, in all of your experience, have you ever once had a case where you looked back in hindsight and said, thank God my client talked to the police, they laugh at me, they say, you've got to be kidding me. You cannot help you. You can't talk your way out of getting arrested, and contrary to what you might suppose if you never studied the rules of evidence, what you tell the police, even if it's exculpatory, cannot be used to help you at trial. But it's what we call hearsay. Under the rules of evidence, specifically Rule 801D2A, if you want to look it up, everything you tell the police, as the saying goes, can and will be used against you, but it cannot be used for you. From time to time, I've known attorneys who tried to call to the stand a police officer and say, officer, would you tell the jury what my client told you because what my client told me is good for my case? If you tried that at trial, the prosecutor will object that it's hearsay, and the judge will agree. The police will not be allowed, at your request, to tell the jury what your client told him, no matter how good it may be for your case. It cannot help. And that ought to be good enough reason. That ought to be reason enough to keep your mouth shut. But if you're not persuaded, let me go talk about a couple of others. Number 2, obviously one of the most obvious. If your client is guilty, as many of them are, but even if he's not, even if he's innocent, he may well admit his guilt with no benefit of return. Now, of course, many of you are thinking to yourself, well, what's so wrong about that?
No, ta kula ognia z bossa jest urocza, muszę przyznać.
It's good for law enforcement.
No.
Yes, sure, all those things are true. And like the rest of you, if I or anyone close to me is ever the victim of some sort of a serious crime, I hope they get the right guy. I hope they convict him. I hope they put him away. We all feel that way. Hey, but what's the rush, friends? You don't got to admit your guilt the first time they come by to meet with you. In federal court, 86% of all defendants plead guilty at some point before trial. If your client is guilty and really ought to punish and really ought to have go through some sort of a cleansing act of contrition and fess up and admit his guilt, there'll be plenty of time to do that. They almost always do. No need to rush, no need to tell the police something. Wait and see if perhaps your client can work out some sort of an arrangement where maybe he'll make some sort of compensation to the alleged victim, or maybe he'll be able to get some sort of a discount in his sentence. And he'll be treated fairly then, like everybody else who had the benefit of a good lawyer who said, and don't forget, by the way, even if your client only admits things that the police already knew, You might think, well, what harm can it do? He says he wants to talk to the police. All he wants to do is admit that he was there, but the cops know that he was there. All right, go ahead and tell him. Well, how can it hurt? It might hurt if the police officer becomes transferred to Minnesota, or deceased, or injured, or comatose, or cannot be located by the time of trial. The case will be dismissed if there's no confession. But if your client admits two things, that confession is freely admissible against him and can be a basis for getting him convicted all by himself. Senator Larry Craig can explain all of this to you. The Innocence Project of the United States has confirmed that in more than 25% of all the cases where an innocent man was convicted and then later
O
released from
Boże,
prison
ja
after
muszę
he was
tam
exonerated
iść.
by DNA evidence, in more than a quarter of those
Ich
cases,
zabijać,
innocent
dopóki mi to
people
nie dropnie,
known
prawda?
to be innocent, made incriminating statements, delivered
No,
outright
tak naprawdę.
confessions, or pled guilty. How do they do that? He'll tell us all about it, I trust.
Dawajcie znaki.
Here's a couple of famous examples. You can just ask them. You don't have to take my word for it. There on the left was Eddie Joe Lloyd. He was convicted in 1984 of the murder of a 16-year-old girl in Detroit after he wrote to police with suggestions on how to solve various recent crimes. During several interviews, police fed details of the crime to Mr. Lloyd, who was mentally ill, and they lied to him and convinced this mentally ill man that by confessing, he might help them smoke out the real killer. He later signed a confession, gave a tape-recorded statement. The jury delivered it less than 1 hour before convicting him on the basis of this confession. There was no other substantial evidence against him. The judge said, I'd hang you if I could, but the death penalty was not available in Michigan at the time. But after almost 2 decades in prison, he was released after DNA evidence proved that this man was innocent and had falsely confessed to a crime that he did not commit. On the right is Bill Washington, who was released from prison just a few years ago here in Virginia after spending 18 years behind bars. After being committed of a rape and a murder that he did not commit, after having been exonerated by DNA evidence. But this man, Mr. Washington, who was in fact confirmed to be mentally retarded, was able to confess to several crimes at the request of the police, some of which we know he could not have committed. That's the problem. Some of you are thinking to yourself, well, none of this concerns me because I'm not guilty of anything and I never will be and I will never represent people who do. Okay. Let's talk to you people. You innocent folks. Those of you who have never committed a crime and never will, and none of your clients will either. And you wouldn't go out with a girl who did. Fine. You better not talk to the police either, okay? Because number 3, we'll put the guilty behind us. Forget about them. Let's talk about innocent people. Number 3, even if your client is innocent and he denies his guilt and almost entirely tells the truth, odds are good he will easily get carried away and tell some little lie or make some little mistake that will hang him. This is human nature. He gets in there, it's a stressful situation. Imagine a perfectly innocent client. The police say he's been guilty of a murder. He's totally innocent as any one of us. So he goes in there and he meets with the police. He says, I don't know what you're talking about. I was nowhere near there. I didn't kill him. I've never killed anybody. I've never had a gun. I've never touched a gun in my life. I was nowhere near Virginia Beach that night. That last line was a lie. He went over the top. He was getting carried away. He got in the movie, started saying all kinds of things, almost all of them true.
Najwyżej.
Exculpate himself.
Co się stało?
But let's say, well, that's not a problem. I'll tell my client
Halo?
to tell the truth. I've met with him. I know.
W dupie i się przeniesie do DLC.
No, w bardzo dużym skrócie. Wyjebałem się i na swojego Fantoma, i na wrogiego Invadera.
Czekam na znaki, by the way.
Postawiłem.
A ja już się wracam.
He will always give the police some information that can be used to help convict him. Always. For example, suppose you tell this to the police. Here's what your client tells to the police in his denial of guilt. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't kill Jones. I don't know who did. I wasn't anywhere near that place. I don't have a gun. I've never owned a gun in my life. I don't even know how to use a gun. Yeah, sure, I never liked the guy, but who did? I wouldn't kill him. I've never hurt anybody in my life, and I would never do such a thing. Let's suppose every word of that is true. 100% of it is true. What will the jury hear at trial?
Znaczy się, to była moja karta darmowego wyjścia z więzienia.
Yes, there was. He confessed to me that he never liked the guy. And then the prosecutor will put that up in big letters and he'll say, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, it's pretty clear that we've got the right guy here. We've proven that he was in Virginia Beach that night. That's opportunity.
Bardzo ładny zombie jesteś.
That after extended questioning, he was finally able to get the defendant to admit that he never liked the guy. There's your motive. Motive plus opportunity. Wham, bam. Please. But juries eat it up. And innocent people get convicted this way sometimes. How often? Hopefully not too often, but we know what happens. The United States Supreme Court, don't take my word for this.
Co teraz powiesz o mnie?
The Supreme Court of the United States said, quote, one of the Fifth Amendment's basic functions is to protect innocent men who otherwise might be ensnared by ambiguous circumstances.
Bardzo piękny zombie.
Of an innocent witness.
Kurwa mać.
Co się stało? Ten sam typ?
Nie, inny.
Under the facts of that case, by the way, in Ohio versus Reiner, a child tragically was died, apparently the result of
cześć.
syndrome. The question was who had shaken this baby to death. And one of the possible suspects was
możecie?
who had spent some time with the child. The babysitter's story was,
Się zasadniczo była to kwestia tego, że nie chciałem, żeby ten sobie pomyślał, że jego chcę zgnębić.
Ale jak go chcę zgnębić?
The Ohio State Court said, well, you've got no Fifth Amendment privilege. You, by your own admission, told the investigators that you've done.
On ma the higher ground.
So obviously your answers can't.
Tak, on ma higher ground. It's over.
Even though this babysitter denies shaking the child.
Ale ty nie nazywasz się Anakin, tylko Twarug.
What? What?
Jakie lagi? Oj, masz grube lagi, gościu.
Ale ma większy damage od ciebie. O, spadł. O, fail.
Allman versus United States, the Supreme Court said more than 50 years ago, eerily prophetic.
Miły typ, ale lagi.
Too many Americans, even those who should be better advised, view this as a shelter for wrongdoing. They too readily assume that those who invoke it are either guilty of crime or commit perjury and claim the privilege.
Byłem go pożegnać, był miły, więc czemu nie?
But it gets worse. Can it get worse? It can. Number 5. Even if your client and only tells the truth, and does not tell the police anything incriminating, which, by the way, is almost impossible to pull this off. I mean, imagine talking to the police for 2, 3, 4 hours, and somebody like him can't somehow manage to extract from you something that could be used to help convict you. That'd be extraordinary. I don't think anybody's pulled it off. But even if you could pull it off,
Tomek,
there's
ognista
still a
sfera
great
wystarcza.
chance that his answers can and will be
Nie mam jej
used to
wyekipowanej.
crucify you in a court of law if the police, no offense, don't recall his testimony with 100% accuracy. All right, now this brings us back to that
Mam Chaos Bedwy Stitches, mam Miotacz Ognia i mam Great Combustion aktualnie wyekipowane.
Ja mam Chaos Orba i Great Combustion.
Given heads up, advance notice that you would be quizzed on this. Question. We'll start with a couple of easy ones.
Przeładować magazynek, idziemy na Lizarda. Nie tego Lizarda, ale nadal.
Twinkling Titanity.
I ognia.
To mało robi.
Wystarczająco.
You're all wrong. Everybody who raised their hand, you are the kind of people who should never talk to a policeman under any circumstances for as long as you live. Why is C not the right answer, by the way? If you know, raise your hand. Yes. Excellent. I didn't say anybody was shot. I didn't say gun, bullet, shooting, firearms. Didn't use any of those words. But I don't blame you if you thought that I did. This is the way the human mind works. We hear things, we fill in details. I said gangland style slang. That may or may not imply something, but it doesn't mean that anybody was shot. And that's the problem.
I tak musimy pójść górą najpierw.
Even if your client is innocent and only tells the truth and doesn't tell them anything
Tam gdzie Mateusz chce iść, nie dojdziemy w tym momencie tędy. Nie mamy drabinki.
No wiem, ale nadal można zabrać jej przedmioty. Tak.
Jak i tak byśmy musieli tutaj przyjść później. Po tym jak już odblokowalibyśmy skrót na przykład.
To ma jakieś znaczenie, którędy pójdziemy pierw?
No, marnotrawstwa czasu trochę.
Ham.
Possible murder, a shooting. And the guy says, quote, I don't know who killed Jones, Officer Brook, with all due respect. It wasn't me. I've never touched or fired a gun in my life. How can that help incriminate this man? How could that possibly be used against him? You would think it's inconceivable. But it's as easy as pie. All the officer has to do is read this statement to the jury, and then the prosecutor says, Officer Brook, is there anything about that statement that confused you or surprised you? Yes, there was, he says in a moment of sinister, high drama in the courtroom. And what was that? And then Officer Brook turns to the jurors and he says, I never said anything about shooting. I said we were investigating a murder. He was the one who
za daleko? Tak, poszedłem za daleko.
Then you turn to your client says, that's not true, that's not true. I remember, he was the one, or one of the cops. I was with them for 3 hours, one of them in the car said something about, they said they had a witness that I was the shooter. Okay, I'll put you on the stand.
Astora, Graceward.
Your client testifies, no, they did tell me shooting. I mentioned, they mentioned before I said anything about a gun. They brought it up first. And then the police said, that's not true. And now what, it's your word against theirs? For what? You're gambling with your client's life. And police officers can very easily make a mistake like that, just as so many of you did just a few minutes ago, about whether you recalled having heard me say something about somebody actually being shot. Make mistakes, innocently, inadvertently, unintentionally, any statement, no matter how exculpatory it may seem on its face, can be used to crucify all by itself. If the police
To miejsce jest fajne. Au.
or if they just have a
Kurwa, nie tego trafiłem.
what they did and did not tell you before you told them what you said. All of these, by the way, all of these problems disappear if you take Justice Jackson's advice today. Thank you very much, officer, but no thanks. How about this one? Here we go. Now, here's the most surprising of all. I've saved the most surprising one for last. Let's suppose you've got the following scenario. Your client's thinking about talking to the police. He acts like he says, I've got nothing to hide. They think that I killed somebody in Virginia Beach last night. Well, and this is what the client tells you in confidence. I don't know who robbed that store. It wasn't me. In fact, I've got a pretty good alibi. I wasn't even in Virginia Beach that night, last night. I was 4 hours away from seeing my mother in the Outer Banks. Unfortunately, no, I did not pay for gas with a credit card. I used cash, so I've got no witness to prove I was there except my word, and of course, Mama. For what that's worth, which is nothing. So your client says, well, so the police want to talk to me and I want to seem cooperative, so what I'll do is I'll tell them that I was in the Outer Banks last night. Now, there's nothing on its face incriminating about any of it. Let's assume, by the way, that you believe with all your doubt, you've given your client a polygraph exam. You've known him for years, you've been going to the same Bible study for 30 years. You know beyond a shadow of a doubt that he's telling you the truth. And he's not admitting anything. He's not admitting motive, he's not admitting opportunity, he's not admitting that he was there. How on earth could this come back to haunt us? How on earth could this come back to be used against us? Be honest, raise your hand if you really think the answer to that question is, I can't see how it could possibly be used against me. You're afraid I'll call on you, right? I won't call on you. Well, you're wrong, you're dead wrong, you're always wrong. Everything you say, every time you talk to the police, you will regret it. You see, the problem is, here it is, this is the last point. I think it's almost, even if your client is innocent and only tells the truth and doesn't tell the police anything incriminating, and the entire interview, questions and answers are videotaped, even his truthful answers can be helped to use crucify even an innocent man. If the police, through no fault of theirs, end up in the possession of any evidence, even mistaken and unreliable evidence, that anything your client told them was false, even if in fact it was true. Again, going back to this example from a moment ago. Let's suppose I go ahead and I meet with the police. I think I got nothing to hide. I tell them I was in the Outer Banks last night, officer. How can that be used to convict me? By itself, it cannot. It cannot help at all by itself. But what if I later find out, to my horror, after I put my cards on the table, that they've got a witness, a girl that I went to high school with, an unimpeachable witness. We've never been enemies. She'd have no reason to lie. She swears she thinks she saw me in Virginia Beach last night, a couple of blocks away from that store, about an hour before it was robbed. Now, her testimony by itself isn't going to help the prosecutor. Hell, if she's all they've got, I'll get this case thrown out before trial. But if, like an idiot, I talked to the police and I told them the truth, I told them I was in the Outer Banks, and now, lo and behold, tragically, it turns out they've got a witness, a false, mistaken, confused, but sincere, incredible witness who could testify that I was here at Virginia Beach. Now they're likely to get a conviction. Because what they'll do, I've just turned this cop and this woman into the government star witnesses. They'll put Officer Brooke on to testify about how my client lied to him about being in the Outer Banks. And then they'll put on this girl who otherwise would have not even helped the case at all, who will testify, no, that's not true. That was a lie. I saw Mr. Dwayne's client here in Virginia an hour before the robbery, not so far from the store. By herself, she could not have come to What I have just done, you see, is given them the other part of the puzzle.
Kurwa, nie mogę trafić go? Dziękuję.
Just ask them. I close with this example. Here we have a couple of recent celebrity examples.
I teraz tu są właśnie typy, których muszę zabijać.
Always end up denying it. I mean, sorry, they always end up regretting it. On the left, we have Martha Stewart. She was the victim, the subject of an extensive government investigation that was looking into the possibility that she was guilty of violations of certain federal laws, securities laws, fraud, kinds of things. They couldn't pin that on her, but they were able to get a conviction because she denied it. Talking to the police and later to some of the shareholders, she said, no, it's not true. I was not guilty. So they charged her with lying to federal investigators, and they got a conviction, and she was sentenced to 5 months in prison. Marion Jones on the right side, another person who would still be out today if she had always taken the advice that I'm giving you now. She was asked to take steroids, a controlled substance, and instead of taking it, she said, no, I never took it.
tym toporem jest trochę problematyczne.
Later on, it turned out that she was lying. She worked out a deal. She pled guilty. She admitted that she was lying. And she, over her strenuous, tear-filled objection, even though she has 2 young children, was just recently sentenced to prison for 6 months. The guy who sold her the steroids, the pusher, he got 6 months because she lied to the police and said that she did not do it. You Tracy DeVille. Michael Vick, who recently pled guilty, as you know, to these charges with respect to the operation of his
Tak nie do końca.
Dobra, a ty oddawaj swoje bronie. Tak, ty.
At sentencing, like many other criminal defendants, even though he eventually pled guilty at sentencing, one of the reasons his sentence was a little harder than it might have otherwise been, the judge said, was because when he initially met with them, he lied to them and said, I didn't do anything. I didn't do it. I don't know what you're talking about.
What? To oni mogą coś takiego zrobić?
Co zrobić?
Wziąć ognia? Pierwszy raz to widziałem.
Będę tutaj często przechodzić.
But before we get there, I haven't seen yet what the police got. They may have mistaken and confused witnesses who will contradict even the truth of stuff that you say. We have no way to know, no way to predict whether the information that you give them, even if truthful and reliable, will end up unwittingly dispelling our demise. So keep your mouth shut. Don't answer any questions. We'll be glad to see it. That's less America. That's less Now in fairness, I give you the time.
Zostałem scholowany na śmierć. Jestem zablokowany, znaczy się. Dobra, ale to dobry moment w takim razie, żeby zrobić przerwę. Bo mnie sklep wzywa.
Co to jest? Tomek, nie musisz...
Weź po lejsy.
Kup mi jakieś piwo.
Tym jest problem. Ale
to znaczy te brytyjskie lejsy.
Które? Walkersy czy Pringlesy?
Nie pamiętam, to są chyba te Walkersy?
Walkersy?
Inaczej, w torbie czy w tubie?
W torbie.
W torbie.
Walkersy.
Nie, lejsy są w Anglii, tylko właśnie problem jest taki, że pod inną nazwą i chuj wie dlaczego.
Ale smakują inaczej, to nie jest to samo.
Tak samo jak Doritosy, no wprowadzili do Polski wszystko fajnie, w porównaniu do tych amerykańskich to gówno.
Ja wolę o wiele bardziej polskie lejsy, to nie te brytyjskie są chujowe trochę.
Jadłem brytyjskie, są chujowe.
Ale najlepsze to są i tak te w tubie, zielone.
Nie?
O Jezu.
Niebieskie.
Pringlesy.
Niebieskie to...
To są niebieskie.
Nie rozumiem dlaczego. Ale brytyjskich nie jadłem, może brytyjskie są lepsze.
Które to są niebieskie? Co to jest za smak?
Coś tam? To był smak tego. Jak się nazywał?
Tak czy inaczej, serce bóla tylko, Mateusz.
Nie. Ała!
Widzisz? Gracie kara.
Ała! Kasper? Pozbądźcie go szybko!
Na razie się wyciszę i będę za... nie wiem. Jak się podróż po sklepach skończy.
Tak, Kasper.
To nie utknij w tym sklepie.
Tak, jak kiblu. Poszedł, nie wrócił.
Rozumiem, że może mieć jakieś problemy żołądkowe, no ale kurwa mać.
So just be aware of that. Don't think you're so innocent in such a thing. When you get stopped for a traffic ticket, everyone likes to be somewhat honest. And what's the first thing the police officer asks you? Do you know how fast you're going? If the speed limit's 35, you'll say, oh, 38, 40, because you want to be kind of honest even though you're doing 50. You just said 38, 40. You just admitted to breaking the law. You just confessed.
O,
So they can go to court with
poważnie
that
grą.
confession that you were exceeding the speed limit. Okay, so you need to think about those things, and when you do become defense attorneys, which I may, who knows, you need to think about those things for your clients. The other thing you need to think about your clients, and this is going to seem very terse, people are stupid. Your clients are stupid. And I've had defense attorneys come to me. Matter of fact, one on a motion to suppress just Tuesday come up to me and tell me his client was stupid. Okay? They're very straightforward. They do foolish things. They talk to the police. You guys need to be aware of that.
zmieniony moveset.
Co?
Now, in my past,
Kosa
and it
Korbian
wasn't
ma
exaggerated,
troszeczkę
I've
zmieniony
interviewed thousands
moveset,
of
albo mi się wydaje.
I have
Może ci się wydawać.
I've arrested and dealt with over 1,000 felonies. 2,500. 98% of them conviction rate. 80% of them I don't even have to go to court. Why? Because there's confessions. Because they confess.
Ale mogę z niej już korzystać prawie.
These people have no problem. The hardened criminals have no problem talking to the police. People like to tell their story. They'll sit in that room. Think about it. You're picked up by the police. You're in a little room.
Oh.
There's one chair here. There's a desk. There's another chair. What's the thing you want the most right at that point? To get out of that room.
Właśnie zdobyłem broń, którą chciałem mieć.
Think the police officer's shift is ending in 15 minutes. Does a police officer want to get out of that room? My overtime rate's $58 an hour. Do I want to get out of that room? I have no problem. I'll stay there for 10 hours. I'll take that $600. So I have no motivation to want to leave. You do, and that's how we get you to try to talk. I have my job. My job is to develop probable cause, develop a good case. A great case is a case with a confession. Get it to the Commonwealth's attorney so that they can prosecute the case with little, if any, effort. The Commonwealth attorneys love those cases, with little, if any effort, because they come with a stack of files that high in court every day. So they love those cases. That's my job. The defense attorney's job is to hope they get to their client before I do and make sure they don't talk to me, no matter what. Give you an example, and this will go right along with what Professor Dwayne was putting up his examples. I had an interview that went something like this. Were you involved in the burglaries? No, I had nothing to do with it. You didn't have anything to do with it. No. You were in a car with all this stolen stuff in it. You had nothing to do about it. No. You knew it was there? Yeah. Okay, now we got possession of stolen property, felony. But you had nothing to do with it? No. So what did you need the money for? Well, I had to pay some of my court costs from another thing I got in trouble for. Oh, so he took the money from stealing stuff. I have enough to charge him now with burglary. Simple as that. Well, did you see the picture on that camera of the house with the Christmas decorations? This is a real case scenario. Yeah, did you go in that house? No, I didn't go into that one. So,
trochę tego krwawienia tak osobi nakładam.
There's ways to get around people who try not to talk to you. And again, as Professor Dwayne said, if you wanted to go and say you wanted to go into a boxing match, $100 if you win. You've never boxed before. You have to face somebody who's an Olympic boxer. You're going to lose. You're going to face somebody who's been interviewing people for, in my case, 28 years. You're going to lose, unless you're purely innocent. Now, on the other side of it, I don't want to put anyone that's innocent in jail. But I try not to bring anyone into the interview room.
Wróć, czy ja tego typa wykrwawiłem w 2 atakach?
What?
What?
Ile ty masz krwawienia tej broni?
Nie mam pojęcia.
Koło ty wykrwawiłeś, by the way?
Krwawienie 100.
Kogo?
Jak idziesz... Pamiętasz tam, gdzie sobie farmiliśmy Black Knighta?
No.
To ten taki z krzyżem przed Black Knightem.
Spoko.
Po 2 lutach się wykrwawić miał.
Usually they don't listen to me. This is the way I give my Miranda warning. Look, I have to tell you this. Pay attention. Okay.
Ty teraz się kurwa przez to wszystko zastanawiam, czy nie zakłóci jej w takim wypadku pod krwawienie, żeby jeszcze bardziej to zbustować.
May be used against you in court. I don't have to say it will be. I say it may be. Okay, they get that. You have a right to an attorney, and if you can't afford one, one may be appointed to represent you. Got that? You can decide not to talk, quit talking to me at any time and exercise these rights. You understand that? Sure. Now, before I do the primary thing that's needed with those rights, that's to get a waiver. Now, before you say anything, let me tell you what I know.
Kogo?
And over all the time
A pamiętasz dużego lizarda z początku gry?
Jeszcze tego nie zabiłeś wtedy?
Nie.
That this individual was involved in, I will tell the story that I've put together, and it'll be pretty close to what happened. And I can see that it's pretty close to what happened because that individual starts slumping down in their chair.
No, zajebiście szybko się wykrwawia.
Doing this in their mind, oh my God, I'm going to jail forever. Okay? And I can see it. And I said, now that you know what I know, do you want to talk to me? And why do I do that? Because if I didn't do that, if I said, you want to talk to me, they'll say no. So I give them the time to think about it. And then comes the next phrase. Now, before you start talking to me, let me tell you the difference between a lie and the truth. If you lie to me, and I get before the judge, and I tell the judge that you were dishonest with me, that's just not going to make him happy. But if I get before the judge and tell him you're honest, straightforward, willing to take responsibility for your actions, that is going to help you. That's not a lie, though. That is true. In Virginia Beach courts, it will help you. You know, they may not get 5 years, they may get 3 years. They're still going to prison, or they're still going to have a felony, but it will help them. And then I have to determine what kind of person I have. And there's 2 types. There's the one, like I mentioned to you earlier, where I have to talk to them about different things, get into their own skin, as the word is, and try and get them to talk to me and discuss things. I had a sexual assault case. I had to talk to the guy how hot the woman was, and I understand where it was coming from. And when I said that, we were buzzed. He started talking, and he's still sitting in prison. So you've got to get in there and you've got to go places. The other side is, I can't try and act like that individual acts. Okay? I can't try and act like what we call lovingly a hood rat. I can't try and act and talk like that. Because I'm an older white guy. We don't talk like that. That would be an insult. You can't insult people. It doesn't matter who they are. It doesn't matter where they grew up. It doesn't matter where they're from. You can't insult people. So you have to get in their mindset, the way they're thinking, and have a discussion. The other type of person is the one that likes to tell stories. This young man was a great man. I love him to death. He didn't go to jail because I went to bat for him, because I felt sorry for him. He was a newlywed, former Marine. Tell me what happened. He told me this beautiful story
Ile ty masz
about
krwawienia na tych mieczykach swoich?
30. Tylko, że jeszcze potem nakładam na to tego krwawiącą tą powłokę.
To jest w ogóle statystyka od krwawienia.
Taka krewka. Krew. Nad atrybutami.
Very beautiful story. I sat there and listened to it for 15 minutes. I looked at him, I said, you stole the stuff from your boss. Yes, sir.
No, tylko że ja potem jeszcze nakładam od krwawienia tam powłokę.
I had nothing. I really had nothing except the fact that he had sold it. So there's those types of people. And then the third type.
Ja powiem tak, w 2 atakach większość przeciwników wykrwawią.
Cries like a baby when they walk into jail, but when they're on the street, they're tough as rocks. Go in there with the paperwork, you sit down, you just start doing paperwork.
Tylko muszę nakupywać tego chuja, żeby móc tym spamować. Do czasu aż... Tak. Do czasu aż nie będę miał...
That's why when people speak, you hear, when they're talking, because they need to fill that void. People hate silence. So that's the other. So that's another way. So you see how there's an unlevel.
Kamienia, w którym będę mógł i zinfuzować broń pod krwawienie.
If you talk to the police, everything's going to be written down. If you get pulled over for a ticket, they give you the ticket, you pull off,
czarnego rycerza.
No. Wykrwawia tego w ogóle? Czy nie?
Ja go nawet nie próbuję wykluczyć. Jebie w niego 2 razy tą ultrafiromacją z poza.
A.
Pierwsza rozbija mu blok, druga go wypierdala z rampek.
No, 600 damage'a kurwa. Praktycznie jak się tego zajmuje.
Me, I knew it was recorded. I get many confessions over the phone.
Ashen 1.
Okay, back to the people. Yes, they're stupid. Okay, people are stupid. I had a young man who told me straight up, I'm going to college. I'm going to law school.
No, to mogę mieć kosę, organ w jednej łapie.
You'll never find out what happened. Okay. He was going to Tidewater Community College. The law school of, I suppose, Tidewater Community College. He was the partner to the one who I told you the interview about a little while ago, where I would ask him what kind of money for it. He was his partner, and he was very smart. So he thought. He thought he was a very intelligent individual. I ended up arresting him 5 times out of his house. His mother hated me. She liked me the first time. She apologized. She didn't really like me much the second time. It got to the point where she really hated me after that. He's doing 8 years upstate. He's very smart because he decided to tell me how smart he was. And in telling me how smart he was, he let it slip. He doesn't sell stolen stuff at pawn shops. He sells it to flea markets where they do not have to report to the state. I know how to drive to a flea market just as good as anyone else and go look for stuff that I'm looking for. So he was trying to impress me with his ability to be smarter than I was. And he confessed. So people are inherently stupid, especially criminals. Now, and don't get me wrong, there are some very intelligent criminals out there, and most of them work in really big office buildings and wear suits. Yep, she went to jail. Is she hurting? No. But there are some very intelligent street criminals out there as well that get other people to do their bidding and so forth and so on.
Dobra, ale ja was spadam. Muszę się wykąpać. Przed robotą. Przydało mi się.
A couple other things. I do a thing usually with younger people, usually between the age of, I try not to deal too much with juveniles, but between the age of 16 and 25, is once they've talked to me. Now, let's back up a little bit. You don't need a recording in court for a statement. As Professor Dwayne said, it's his word against my word.
Kasper, by the way, jaki masz poziom?
Number one,
Soul
this
level.
is the way it works, and this is the way the real world works. In case you guys haven't been out there, that's outside the windows out there.
Co?
The jury looks at a defendant sitting next to a defense attorney. That's strike one. Because the jury is already looking at that as that being someone who did something that put them in that chair.
Ja mam 61. Dobra, ja spadam. Narka.
A ja jestem